So, U.S. Army veterans secretly married one of the girls from the TLC show. And which one was that? It was the two-headed one.
Hansel.
So, Abby and Brittany Hensel. So, if you're my age, you know exactly who these two are. So, the sisters share their organs from the waist down, including the intestine, bladder, and reproductive organs. I'm glad we had to point that one out. News of the marriage never circulated since Abby and Brittany have stayed out of the spotlight since their one season of Abby and Brittany aired in TLC in 2012. At the time of their show, Bowling was a specialist E4 in the Army and serving overseas in Afghanistan, according to his social media. He's got one more thing than I do, and that's a deployment.
I thought you were going to say why.
That too. He does. He has one extra wife. His Twitter profile reads Christian, father, husband, veteran, and occasional gamer.
I wonder if he's in regiment.
I was just thinking that. Is he in regiment? We should have him as a guest. Ask him the hard questions.
What are you going to do if he's in the comments and he goes, I haven't missed a single episode?
That would be the best. I would be so happy. I would be so happy.
Oh, man. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another episode of the Barracks Party. It's Doc's last episode for a little while. He's going away for a bit. So
that's why I'm in the red.
He's being replaced.
That's not true. I have a stand-in. You're still banned after this.
Yeah, I mean,
until mandatory funding gets his ass on here.
That might not be for a while.
Listen, yeah,
I'm big sad about that, but it is what it is. We'll try to get some other people on, to like kind of supplement that. So, I mean, he did try. He did try.
Yeah.
But Doc's gonna be leaving for a while. He can't tell us for how long. He can't even tell us when he's leaving. So, like, he just said this is the last episode that he's gonna be able to record. So, doing the math, I'm like, he's not even gonna say bye. He's just gonna fucking disappear.
Yeah,
essentially.
Hey, good old. I'm gonna get it. You're gonna send a text one day, and you're like, "Oh, he's dead." Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, he's gone now."
Oh, he's Nelson to me. All right.
So like, where he just doesn't talk anymore, and then that's when I know. What were you gonna say, Blake?
Doc's hitting the old Irish goodbye.
He's doing the old Irish goodbye. Just fucking gets up
I'm
and walks away. You ever done an
It'll
Irish goodbye?
It'll be like a real ghost, like that time you thought your wife ghosted you.
Yeah. She's famous for the Irish goodbye. Like she will, like when she drinks, it's just she puts the fucking her drink down and then walks away, and then you never see her again.
me and my buddy did that last night at the bars. Went out with a group of his friends, and then we were just like, "You want to just leave?" Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
I have an idea. Let's leave.
Let's leave.
But pretty much, yeah.
Dude, drinking in your 30s is so much fucking worse.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow. Are we boring you already? That's fine.
Yeah, you fucking boring cunt. No.
I'm about to be bored for the next fucking.
I'm just a little
7 to 9 months.
I'm just a bit burned out because of school shit. So forgive me. It's not anything to do with you guys or anything. It's just I am a fucking tired boy.
Brock can almost read at a 5th grade level. Everyone.
Oh, shut up! I'm about to graduate next month, so
to 6th grade. What?
Yay! I'm now a middle schooler. Yay! But yeah, it's been a long 2 years of schooling. This semester has been excruciating. I'm just ready to be done, man. I'm hoping for this TDIU so I can take. I'm hoping for the TDIU to get approved so I can just take the summer off and reset because I'm going to the regiment birthday, which I'm excited about.
Be nice.
Yeah, I know. It sucks to suck. You aren't the only one that's going away for a while. Maverick's going away for a while too.
Yeah, I know. I heard I was in there for that.
So,
but her
seems like
her adventures are much less terrible than mine.
Like I've noticed that lately, a lot of people are leaving right now.
It's almost like shit's going on.
I know, it's crazy. It's like what's happening in the world where all these people in the military are getting shipped off. I don't know what it could be, But
I'm going on an adventure.
I'm on an adventure, Gandalf. I'm going on an adventure.
I'm going to plug some buttholes.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
For work and only little pleasure.
I'm gonna miss you, and you better at least say fucking bye before you just disappear. Like,
I'll
hey,
send you
man.
guys my address so you can send me fucking care packages.
Yeah. Okay. But you should at least text and be like, hey, I'll catch you guys when I get back. I'll let you know.
I'm sure
That'll be fine. Like, you don't gotta tell us the exact day you're leaving. Just be like, hey, you're not gonna hear from me for a while now. Okay.
Well, if I'm leaving, I can tell you the day. I just can't tell you ahead of time.
I think you should, though. I think you should let us
can't tell
know
you the
exact numbers of forces, location, date,
which
everything,
unit
and we'll put it out.
Which unit specifically?
Yeah,
We'll put it out into the ether so everybody knows and give you a proper goodbye.
the end location.
Yeah, which unit you going with? Where you going? How long are you gonna be gone for? How many troops are with you? All that shit.
I mean, it's pretty easy to tell how long you're gonna be gone for on a relative note.
On a relative note, yeah, but I mean that's not always true because when we went to, I will never forget. It was actually, given that it's Easter weekend right now, when I was in Italy, when we first got sent to fucking Ukraine over the Russia shit, like we got recalled on Easter. Like it was a 4-day weekend. We got recalled like the first day of the 4-day weekend. And
I guess he has risen.
He has risen indeed. And then, but they called us in, and it was fucked up because there was a lot of people that went on a pass, like like an extended radius pass to go to like another country, because we're in Italy, so people were traveling. So people went to like Ireland and shit. And before they left, they're like, "Hey, I understand that there's things going on in the world. Are we gonna end up having a recall?" And these are brigade level guys that were asking brigade level people within their office saying, hey, me and the family are going to Ireland or wherever we're going. Is there a chance that we're going to get recalled? And he's like, no, you're good. Within a day of the fucking 4-day pass, like literally the next day, we all got recalled.
At least Europe, you can go all around Europe in like 3 hours.
That is not true, but okay.
Texas is larger than Europe.
You do understand that, like, from Italy to Germany itself is about 6 to 12 hours, right?
It's a big window.
I mean, it depends on which part of Germany you're going. Sure. That's why I say yes. Like you go to the border, it's about 6 hours. To Grafenwehr, it's about 6 to 8 hours, depending on traffic and the mountains through Austria and shit. But they'll go farther up by like Poland and shit. Like, yeah, that's a long fucking day. So you got people that were going up to like Ireland and stuff, or just leaving and going on a pass and shit, and then getting recalled literally a day into their 4-day weekend to come back. And then that was an interesting time because that's like my buddy walked in and I'm like, so how was the briefing? He's like, we're going to war. And I was like, okay. He's like, Russia's doing it. We're going to war. And then we went to Ukraine like a month later. So,
well, Ukraine's going to war.
Ukraine was going to war. We were just there to like, I don't know. We called ourselves the speed bump because if Russia were to fucking invade while we were there, we just
send them guns and ammo and money.
Well, they used to send them us to train them. So, but yeah, like, and they were like, we could be gone over in Ukraine for a year, and it'd be like just a couple months at a time on rotation basis. It was really dumb, but
we'll just send Blackwater.
They don't exist anymore, right?
They do.
Blackwater doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, they do.
They're just under another name.
It's called
like 4 name changes.
It's Triple Canopy, which they're now a subsidiary of like 3 different contractors, but it's not Blackwater. It's run by former Blackwater, but it's not Blackwater anymore.
Yeah, it's still the same.
It's not. I remember like seeing like all the fucking the tactical gear magazines that wasn't there like a Blackwater magazine that was just nothing but fucking tack gear, like Blackhawk boots and drop leg holsters and all this stupid hua cool guy shit.
I remember having to study for FMF, and one of the events and dates that we had to remember was about, I think it was in 2004 when a Blackwater supply truck of food got attacked, and then we went to war. I'm like, yes, it was a food supply truck.
100%. It wasn't anything else. It was just food. It wasn't drugs or guns or ammo or anything else. It was food.
It was like food supply civilians or whatever. I'm like, okay.
Dude, fucking private military contractors get paid so much fucking money. Like,
yeah, because they're out there doing like basically illegal shit.
Dude, when I started first working security, I was gonna apply for Gardaland. Gardaland had units in Afghanistan. So I was looking at Gardaland to go to Afghanistan. They're like, "Oh, you're former military and you were overseas. Like, you want to go to Afghanistan?" I was like, "Yeah." And around this time, like, I was still with Stephanie, and I was like, "What do you think about me going to Afghanistan?" She's just like, "Do whatever you want to do." And I was like, "I guess I'm gonna go to Afghanistan." And then my best friend was like, "Hey, I'm gonna apply for Gardaland. You want to go to Afghanistan?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." Yeah. And in hindsight, I'm glad I didn't, because the Gardaland officers that were in Afghanistan became stranded during the pullout.
Wow.
So
fuck that.
So I'm like, that was almost me. Because I had the literally I filled out the application, submitted it, had an interview and stuff. They're going to do some reviews. They offered me, they offered me the job, and I'm like, how soon would I leave? They said anywhere in the next couple months. And I was like, let me think about it. And at the same time, I was also applying at other contractors. Like, I did apply at Triple Canopy, and I also applied at the place where I'm at. The place that I was at, like, the only reason why I turned it down was because they weren't for sure going to send me to Afghanistan. And I said, you know what? I don't want to end up being like a security guard at Snap Tools or Snap-on Tools or some shit. So I decided to say no. And then about a year later, those fucking dudes, they were like the last ones to get evacuated out because they were trapped in their fucking fob. They couldn't. I was like, oh, dude, those were Garland officers? I'm glad it wasn't me.
Did you guys know that pussy tastes like pomegranate?
I don't know what pussy you've been eating, but
the one in this can.
Oh, pussy energy drink?
Yeah. G Fuel is better though.
G Fuel is better. G Fuel. Wow, my voice cracked. Grow some balls, Brock. G Fuel's better. G Fuel's better. G Fuel is better. I am so sad. My local gas station
Stop selling cans. We know.
I'm gonna keep talking about it. But G Fuel, what's going on with the can situation? They said and Quick Trip blamed you for it. They said that you stopped supplying the cans, like you stopped sending them.
That doesn't make sense. They're not the ones that are just giving them cans. They have to purchase cans.
Right. And they said that their inventory hadn't changed. There was no changes to their stocking, so they said the distributor hadn't been sending any. So
Sounds like they're passing the blame.
So they were blaming whoever the distributor was for not giving them the G Fuel cans, and I'm like, this sucks.
It's easier.
I mean, to be fair, I was asking a gas station employee who probably doesn't even give a fuck or know. Like, they're just trying to get through their day,
Yeah.
Like,
he's getting paid minimum wage to deal with your bullshit.
Why don't you have this product anymore? I'm like, I don't know. I just work here. What else would you like? Would you like a pack of cigarettes with that fucking shit? Do you want a lottery ticket? I don't know.
Was that you on pump 3? Fucking pay me.
So, yeah. I mean, so I was like, yeah, I'm still bummed. I'm bummed out about it.
Which state doesn't pump their own gas?
Jersey? Jersey, I think, is one. I want to say I could be wrong.
Like New Hampshire or some
is
shit.
It Utah?
No, you pump your own gas.
What states have definitely laws against pumping gas? New Jersey and Oregon. That's what it was.
Oh, that's Oregon. Wow, I was way off.
It's illegal.
Imagine joining the military and like never having pumped your own gas before.
It's interesting because that law became a thing in 1949 with the aim of job creation and ensuring safety. So, so they made it illegal to pump your own gas for the mere fact of they wanted to give more jobs, and it just never went away.
That's imagine being a gas pumper, and you're just out at the pump, just standing there, just.
Oh, Oregon actually got rid of this. New Jersey is the only one now.
So it's just Jersey.
No places still did that, honestly.
I knew it wasn't a lot. I thought it was like just Jersey. So
I mean, in fact, I think there's like I don't even think it's legal to like no gas station I've ever been to since the 90s pumps gas for you anymore. You know, I've never
experienced it.
I have
never experienced it.
I have. My grandpa used to go to this one gas station. I even remember the gas pumper's name. His name was Mr. Mendoza, and he literally walked around. He had the fucking belt thing with the change on it, because this was back when gas was like 30 cents a gallon. So like,
how far we come.
And like, he had the fucking. It was like a change dispenser that had like buttons that you pushed, and it would like put out quarters and shit, or you could put quarters in. And
like an arcade.
And yeah, he would come. He would be he'd pump everyone's gas, and my grandpa would sit there and shoot the shit with them. And my grandpa was also a quadriplegic, but like partially paralyzed quadriplegic. So he still drove. So obviously he couldn't just get out and pump his own gas. So he went someplace where people
his wheelchair.
No, he drove cars.
That's terrifying.
Well, okay, so a lot of people say this, but he was paralyzed from the neck down, but he rehabilitated himself to be able to use both of his arms, one hand, and one leg. So his spinal cord injury, imagine a electrical cable that gets frayed, and there's only like a couple of wires that are still connected. From the neck down, that's what he had. And so, yeah, he couldn't get out to pump his own gas. I mean, he could. He just preferred to not because it would take him a long time to do it. A stubborn old fucking mountain man. Like, no shit. My grandpa was a fucking stubborn Irishman. So, but yeah, I remember the days.
Let's go over our topics.
Would you stop? This is your last episode for a while, you fuck. Why don't you just enjoy the hangout, okay?
I am, but I also like talking about the topic.
So do I. But maybe I want to just talk to you for a little bit before I don't talk to you for a fucking year almost. How's that sound?
I'm so excited to ghost you guys.
You know? It's like you're going to be gone for a while. We're just trying to sit here and shoot the shit. Fuck the whole squirreling off and stuff. Enjoy it. That's why I keep telling you, I'm like, spend time with your wife. Enjoy your time with your wife.
I'm playing Lego Fortnite with her all day.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why do you think I haven't been pushing you to jump on games with me?
I've still been gaming. I've just been.
Yeah, I know.
Spending time with her as well.
But yeah.
Because she still works. So.
Even still, like, enjoy the time that you have. But yes, so let's talk about our topics real quick before we go squirreling off, because Doc is like, let's talk about our topics now.
I think about the listeners and the viewers too.
Yeah.
Where they're like, all right, and let's stay on track, guys.
And before we get too far into this, we appreciate you guys watching us. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Like the video.
Share it around your friends and stuff. Show us the love. We love you.
That was very unenthusiastic, Blake.
And Blake's
you look like the parent that's like scolding you silently.
You
like mom just yelled at me, and you're the dad that's like silently just looking there.
You listen here, boy.
Hey.
I
feel like that's how you're gonna. That's how you're gonna step parent.
Hey,
probably.
Hey,
like, hey, this is your mother.
All right, so
don't.
So she said it. Don't look at me.
But yes, like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, comment whatever you'd like to comment. But anyway, so
just put dick in the comments, not a dick pic.
Not a dick pic, but
just the word dick,
or even an eggplant emoji. It's fine. So our topics: U.S. Army veterans secretly married one of the girls from the TLC show. And I like how they
and you probably remember the girls.
Oh, we'll dive into that when we get back to it. You probably remember the girls because they were pretty.
Is it one girl? Is it two girls?
Legally, he married one, even though the other one was there because
she's there for the ride.
She's just along for the ride.
Literally.
Oh, literally and figuratively. I think it was last week we talked about the food situation. Was it last week or was it the last episode or the one before it?
It was a couple episodes ago.
So there's a little bit of an update with the whole food situation with like having the food kiosk. Enlisted soldiers are now forced to pay for food or starve at installation after food runs out. Which
sucks because they're also not getting BAS.
No, yeah, of course. Like, why would the fucking government do anything to like help out soldiers that can't afford food? But it's not even that they can't afford it. The food ran out. It's gone. There's nothing there. So now they have.
I bet you they're also taking more.
This is the same fucking thing that happened in Italy. Our chow hall, even though we got shut down several times, but they ran out of food a lot of times. So we had no options. Then they started giving us MREs. And it was just like, well, you either go to fucking Popeyes or Burger King or you starve, you know?
Okay.
In the gaming world, Larian's CEO, Sven Vinky, accepts Baldur's Gate 3's latest award by blasting corporate greed, devastating devs. I've been fighting with publishers my whole life, and I keep on seeing the same mistakes. And he is correct. So we'll dive into that a little bit.
Did you guys know? You said Burger King made me think that McDonald's dollar menu doesn't have a single thing that costs $1 anymore.
They're reducing their prices again.
That's because of all the shit around that. Like they've videos have gone viral about people talking about it.
Oh yeah, because it's fucking McDonald's, man. Like, come on, you ain't no goddamn steakhouse. Like, why are you trying to charge an arm and a leg for food?
Their money maker is the lowest paid person on the totem pole. And like when they're fucking those people over, they're like, all right, I guess I just starve.
People who are broke are your clientele and are your customer base, and then you're gonna fuck them over for corporate greed. Shocking, but still.
When the dollar menu doesn't have anything that's $1, suck my ass.
So
give me my fucking fake food.
So Microsoft, Rockstar, and Epic and others are being sued for using addictive psychological features in games, and they respond with, "You can't sue us for making games too entertaining," one of the major game developers said in response to the addiction lawsuits.
I agree.
In a way, yes, I do agree. Now, there are a few things that I don't agree with, and one of it is like the gambling mechanics that they'll throw in games to get you hooked into that so that they can keep making money. Or like the time gating things and other weird bullshit they do to keep you coming back to the game and playing it, even though didn't what?
Didn't we cover a while back? It may have been on an episode of yours, but where we had talked about like parents were trying to sue, I think it might have been Fortnite or something, because their kids were addicted to playing or some shit. And like, no, he was a shitty parent.
Yeah, it was that, and the other part of the lawsuit was that kids, and I think this part of the lawsuit actually did favor the parents, was that kids were able to like just purchase V-Bucks and drain their parents' bank accounts.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
And that was also because there was no like kind of precautionary thing put in place to keep that from happening. So kids were just draining their parents' savings accounts and checking accounts because they had easy access to it. And then there's the other thing where in Fortnite, you accidentally would purchase the skin or V-Bucks, and there was no way to like confirm the purchase, and it would just be in the menu right next to your fucking accept button.
I remember that.
So it was like they would throw you into a menu of like purchase this and hit X to accept or whatever to accept, and then people would be accepting by accident, and then it would just be a purchase that you can't like confirm that you want it or not. So that was a lawsuit that did happen, but yeah. So Twitch is back in the news, and this is kind of I'm very like conflicted about this, not because of what it is, but how creative this was. So Twitch targets butt streams with new rule banning content that focuses on intimate body parts for a prolonged period of time. And this stemmed mostly because people were like literally like women were wearing booty shorts that were green screen booty shorts, and like they would use a chroma key to show their ass, but the gameplay would be on their ass. And I remember seeing this, and I'm like, that's actually extremely creative, because it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, you're just hanging out with your ass, and like people are just watching your ass for hours. But like,
they're also watching gameplay.
But they are also, it was a very interesting way to embed gameplay not on a screen. So I as much as I'm like, yeah, like these fucking bops out here just playing fucking Fortnite on their ass. At the same time, I'm like, that is extremely cool that they were able to figure that out.
Like,
it's very creative.
Games I would only want to watch on an app.
It's very creative. That'd be like me wearing a green screen morph suit and just have like Helldivers on my morph suit. Or something.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
I've seen people what they would do is they would wear like a green screen morph suit for Halloween and then like be the Invisible Man for Halloween with the sunglasses and fedora and like trench coat. So like their face was like invisible.
That would be pretty cool.
It was pretty cool, but they obviously you need like a green screen behind you in order for it to work. But
yeah,
I've
got a green screen, so boom.
Back in military news, Camp Pendelton Marines are encouraged to fix their own barracks rooms.
I'm surprised it's not fucking Camp Lejeune.
Instead of like, fixing the problem that is housing issues, they're telling the Marines, do it yourself.
This whole house, Camp Pendleton Edition, should be called This Whole Crack House, Camp Pendleton Edition.
I can't imagine. Dude, I would be so pissed if my chain of command if I said, hey, mosquitoes are flooding out of my toilet and sink, and the heat's broken, and there's mold everywhere, and the pipes keep breaking. Please fix this. And then they're like, here's the tools, do it yourself. Like, oh, cool.
And then you break it more, and they're like, the fuck are you doing?
And then to cap the episode,
you got to pay for this.
Yeah, you got to pay, and you got to pay for this. And to cap it off, the weirdest superstitions in the U.S. military, according to veterans. And in the quotes, it says, it's like Sex Panther cologne. It worked 60% of the time, every time.
That's where the Panther came from.
That is where the Panther. Because
I didn't even realize that.
So like, just for context, there's a guy with a banana over his CCO on his M4, and then there's a guy standing next to him, which is definitely an older photo of a dude holding the Panther. And that I'm like, I don't understand what the hell that even is about.
I'm gonna be honest.
You guys call it CCO, we call it an RCO.
What?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. When you first shared this link, and the thumbnail was like really tiny, I thought the dude with the Panther was a one-armed Afghani man holding a black goat. When I first looked at it, his sleeve was like pinned up.
I can totally. I see it now. You're right. You're right. You thought the sleeve was just folded up and he was holding the goat with the other. Yeah, I can't. Okay, I see it now. Wouldn't surprise me. But one-armed Afghan man with a fucking goat in his hand. I mean, that is also like a more than plausible scenario. But
oh yeah.
But yeah, those are our topics today, kids. To send off Doc to his what he's going to a reformant camp for pray the gay away. So
it doesn't work.
No shit, I know it was a joke. My God,
it doesn't. I don't think it's still gonna work.
There's even like a Netflix documentary about those camps that I was gonna watch.
I fully believe there's still a thing.
I'm sure they are.
100%.
I mean, there was like those camps they had with basically those camps, like kids would die in those camps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Lately,
I did see one that I think I know what you were talking about. It was for like little fucking bastard shit kids.
Oh, the one that Dr. Phil would send kids to.
I don't remember, possibly, and like it would be like this hiking boot camp style shit, and like the kids were basically, it was getting so popular. Like the early stages of it were actually pretty good because it was the main guy and like his intentions were good. And then like I got super blown up and so popular that he just couldn't keep up with it and like properly train people or get properly trained people. So it was basically just like old kids from the camp that were the camp counselors running it. And like kids were just getting fucking abused straight up.
I'm sure. Like I saw a video of, you remember Cash Me Outside? How about that? Remember that chick?
She's still relevant, unfortunately.
So she is actually kind of spearheading the movement about those camps because Dr. Phil sent her to one, and she was talking about like how they abused her there and how other kids get abused there, and just how, there's
part of me doesn't care because she's so rich.
I mean, abuse of kids is a problem.
Part of me also doesn't believe her.
Oh, we're gonna
believe it.
You don't believe her? It's not outside the realm of possibility.
It's possible, but that doesn't mean I can't be skeptical.
Okay,
because it's coming from her specifically.
Okay, because it's coming from her. But you see, the thing is, a lot of why she was the way she was and how she became that was her mother.
Yeah, I know that.
Her mother platformed her, and her mother platformed her, and then capitalized off of it. Her dad was trying to like get her away from the mom.
But now look at her; she's like a fucking multi-platinum, terrible music artist.
Yeah. You know who's also a multi-platinum terrible music artist that's a terrible person and is on the run from the feds? P. Diddy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. P. Diddy.
The P. Diddler. Everyone's been calling him P. Diddler.
That's pretty funny.
I've been loving the comments people have been coming up with on TikTok.
It's crazy. And then like
insane.
The report that the feds actually arrested him and then they showed the mugshot and it's totally not him. It's just a dude that looks like him. But they're
racist.
They're trying to play it off as it's fucking P. Diddy. And it's like,
I'm so suspicious now. What's happening behind the scenes that we aren't being told?
Who's the actor?
Yes.
That was like in cahoots with him that the feds did catch and arrested
Epstein.
him.
His
No,
his drug mule.
He wasn't his drug mule. It's like a really famous actor. I'm trying to figure out who it was. I just saw it yesterday.
What if this is all just a ploy?
It's all
because Diddy was recently in the news for being accused of like Tupac's murder and shit.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because there was the guy that got arrested in connection with Tupac's murder, and then there was talks that Diddy was involved.
That's what I mean. I'm like, it just feels it's such short time frame, and I'm like, what's happening here? What's going on? I'm skeptical. I'm questioning everything. Where's my tin hat?
It's Cuba Gooding Jr., by the way.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
He's
like apparently involved in all this too.
What? How?
Yeah. From what I would assume, considering he got arrested, he's probably like partnered up with P. Diddy through all this stuff.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is a weird guy.
Woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
But turn that down now when you listen to that song.
So Diddy's sons were arrested when the feds. So the feds raided every single house that P. Diddy owns in New York, in Miami, and in California. And at the airport, the guy that's his alleged drug mule was arrested at the airport, and Diddy just left his ass behind. Flew to the Caribbean. Feds intercepted his plane in the Caribbean because he was on the manifest, and he wasn't on the fucking plane. There was just a bunch of chicks on the plane. So P. Diddy's like off in the wind somewhere. And now apparently one of the charges is that he's being arrested in connection to a murder.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I want to hear about this two-headed chick though.
yeah, we'll get into it. I think my wife is cooking something. I smell meat.
I wanna know the things that we aren't talking about.
What?
Like, how do blowjobs work with this woman? That's what I want.
Oh, okay. So you want to jump in articles now? Okay, fine, Doc. We'll steer the ship for you. Easy, too easy, man. What's up, guys? Regiment in this podcast is brought to you by G Fuel, the ultimate energy drink for gamers. G Fuel uses a special blend of vitamins, antioxidants, and other natural caffeine resources to keep you from having those jitters or even that crash that you normally would have from other energy drink brands. So whether you're having a long gaming session or you're just having a long day and need a pick-me-up, G Fuel definitely has you covered. G Fuel also has a wide array of flavors to choose from. But if you don't know what flavor you want to try, they also sell variety packs on their website, and they even come with a cool shaker. So head on over to gfuel.com and use promo code Regiment at checkout to get up to 30% off. That is Regiment, promo code Regiment down here at checkout to get up to 30% off. So
we're also jumping down into a line of topics that we can't really get into.
So U.S. Army veterans secretly married one of the girls from the TLC show. And which one was that? It was the two-headed one. What are their names?
Abby and Brittany.
Abby and Brittany.
It doesn't show them in this article. So
I
we'll have
know.
to find a picture of them.
I'm gonna do that right now. So, Abby and Brittany Hensel. So Abby and Brittany Hensel. So if you're my age, you know exactly who these two are. They conjoined twins. But yeah, he married one of them. I think he married Brittany, if I remember. We'll look. So two girls who share the same body have some new details that have been uncovered about their lives. Abby and Brittany Hensel were first brought into. Oh no, there is a picture of them. It's in the video that's embedded. Mm-hmm. So Abby and Brittany Hensel were first brought into the national spotlight at 6 years old when they appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1996. The sisters
that was that long ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
That's crazy.
I feel old, man. So the sisters share their organs from the waist down, including the intestine, bladder, and reproductive organs. I'm glad we had to fucking point that one out. Known as
but it's only from the waist down. That's interesting.
Well, yeah, because like from the waist up, they are two separate. They have two sets of lungs, two hearts, two spinal cords. So known as dicephalic parapagus twins, they have separate hearts and stomachs, one pair of arms, and one pair of legs. So the two are now 34 years old and still together, but Abby was secret. What? Hang on. The two are 34 years old and still together. Yeah, I mean, if they got separated, they'd die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the two are 34 years old and still together. Abby was secretly married, according to public records obtained by Today.
I don't think that's a secret to fucking Brittany.
Well, they got married in 2021. So the records indicate that she secretly married Josh Bowling, a nurse and Army veteran, in 2021. News of the marriage never circulated since Abby and Brittany have stayed out of the spotlight since their one season of Abby and Brittany aired in TLC in 2012. At the time of their show, Bowling was a specialist E4 in the Army and serving overseas in Afghanistan, according to his social media.
He looks like the biggest fucking nerd in the Army.
Yeah. You know, he's got one more thing than I do, and that's a fucking deployment.
I thought you were going to say why.
That too. He does. He has one extra wife. After being born in 1990, Patty and Mike Hansel decided against separation surgery for Abby and Brittany because the doctors believed there was little chance that both of them would survive the operation. Yeah,
that's true. Like the odds of it, like almost always
they
die.
Share too much, they would die. Abby controls the right arm and leg, and Brittany controls the left. How do they walk? If one controls one leg,
it probably takes a lot. It probably took a lot of learning.
Well, hang on. If one controls one leg and the other controls the other leg, how do they walk? I mean, I'm assuming I've watched a video of them, and then when they talk, they literally talk together. They say the same words in the sentences together. So it's two people saying the same sentence. So I almost wonder if it's like an unconscious connection when they move.
Oh, yeah. I almost can guarantee that. Yeah. Like, there's so many more experiments and like things that I want to do with them. Not like against people rights or whatever, but like things that I think would be interesting. Like the talking thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything that you want to know is probably out there on the internet. Like, I'm sure a lot of people have studied them and just kind of like, how does it work? I'm sure there's a lot of studies out there.
So it's interesting because on one hand, it's not our fucking business to know this. And if I were them, I wouldn't want people to know because it's like, why do you care? Why do you want to know? But on the other hand, it is human curiosity is taking control of everybody. It's just like, because we want to know, like, hey, how does this work?
Think about one of them's pissed off and the other one's like, I want to leave. And like, well, figure out, drag us there because I'm not using this leg.
All right, so let's look here. So Bowling's social media indicates he has one daughter from a previous relationship. His ex, formerly Twitter profile reads, I hate when they do that. His Twitter profile reads, Christian, father, husband, veteran, and occasional gamer.
I wonder if he's in regiment.
I was just thinking that. Is he in regiment? We should have him as a guest. Ask him the hard questions.
Ask him the hard question. How does the blowjob work?
No, we're not gonna do that. That's such a private thing that I'm not gonna do that to the guy.
Oh man.
But quick question. Hey man, listen, join the regiment. This is the Barracks Party, man. What?
What are you gonna do if he's in the comments and he goes, I haven't missed a single episode?
That would be the best. I would be so happy. I would be so happy.
Oh, man. It's like, listen, man, if any of this upsets you, just understand we're goofing. This is the Barracks Party. It's just for funsies. And we're happy for you guys. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, it is a complicated situation when you're marrying conjoined twins. It's a very complicated situation because it's like you got to think. I'm sure growing up, they heard their whole lives they will never get married. They will never have a family and stuff. And them doing that is actually beating those odds.
What they fail to know is there's a fetish out there for everything.
Fuck, man. Yes. Yes, there is. But like,
Doc's over here trying to be like, listen, we're not trying to be mean. And the Doc's just, there's a fetish. You're calling his relationship a fetish.
You're calling his marriage a fetish.
He's probably like madly in love and they're all really happy.
Which is fine.
Like, it's a fucking fetish.
It can start off that way though, right? It's got to start somewhere. We're all primitive creatures, okay? That's why they're like, oh, if you're only attracted to someone, shut the fuck up. That's the first part of anything. You're attracted to them, then you get to know them, and they either have a shit personality or you continue to stay with them.
Anyway,
fair.
I'm glad that they're happy. I'm glad they were able to find love, or at least one of them was. That's the other thing I'm curious about.
What the other one's like? I don't want to be a part of this.
So it's like, I do have questions about that. So it's like, are they both? Because legally you're married to one. What about the other one that's there all the time?
When you have sex with one, does the other one
like I said, not all of it. It's not like most conjoined twin relationships are asexual relationships where they don't do that shit. Me personally, I'd be like, damn, that would be very depressing. But on the other hand, it's like, whatever, to each their own. And then again, it's also, again, not my fucking business. But, but I do, on the relationship aspect of it, it's like Brittany is probably, because Brittany is her own person. So how does it work like that her sister that she is physically attached to is married and with somebody else? You know, I'm just, how does the relationship dynamic work? That's what I want to know. So Bowling and Abby appear to have children, do not appear to have children of their own yet, but according to a 2003 documentary about their lives, they said they wanted kids.
I don't think they can have kids, like naturally, I would say.
Well, that's if they work. So yeah, we're going to be moms, Brittany said. We haven't thought about being moms, how being moms is going to work yet, but we're just 16. We don't need to think about that right now. So that was years ago when they said that. Their mother, Patty Reed, says that is probably something that could work because those organs do work for them.
I still feel like there'd be a lot of issues.
Can you imagine if if they get pregnant and Abby's like so excited, but Brittany is like, I fucking hate this.
This is miserable.
You know, but it's interesting. And then genetics. I'm curious.
I want to know do they both feel the pregnancy, or is like one feel more pregnant than the other one?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're sharing that organ. There's only one for the both of them.
Yeah, but neurologically, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like neurologically, like they would both feel all that stuff. Like they have to shit and piss. I'm sure they both feel like they have to shit and piss. It's not like one person's like, hey, we have to pee. Oh, okay, sorry, didn't know.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna shit myself. Please walk to the toilet with me.
That's not necessarily true because one below the waist is all. Well, no.
So listen,
but it's also strange because one controls one leg, one controls the other leg.
I saw a drawn diagram of how their internal organs are structured, and it's literally from below the lungs is all one. So their intestines, I think they said they had two stomachs, but their intestines are all one. Everything from the stomach down is one.
Wow, that's crazy. So both stomachs go into the same intestine.
I think so.
They probably shit a lot.
Oh man, the fucking poops and the farts. Hang on. So Abby and Brittany. Hang on. Abby and Brittany.
At least they only have one period.
Brittany, diagram. Abby and Brittany body diagram.
Do you think Abby or Brittany, like when they're eating, if one's eating too fast, you know how that causes gas? You think they're like, hey, can you slow the fuck down? Like, I'm tired of getting stomach cramps. Like this
Oh,
shit's starting
wow.
to hurt, and
Okay,
we keep
hang on.
shitting.
So I'm gonna share
Send it
this
to
with
us.
you.
Send
I'm
it-
gonna
send
it's
it-
on
send
it's
it to
on
us.
Pinterest, but I'm gonna send it to you. Hang on, and then I'm gonna show the the viewers real quick. Once I send
The
this,
audience.
I'll show the audience.
I want to know about their arguments too.
So, all right, here's everything about conjoined twins, Abby and Brittany. They have 4 lungs, 2 joined. Each has their own nervous system, 2 esophagus, 1 rib cage, 2 hearts, 2 gallbladders, 1 liver, 2 stomachs, 3 kidneys, 1 large intestine, 1 small intestine, 1 pelvis, 1 bladder, 1 set of reproductive organs. So
they only have 1 extra kidney, 1 liver. So drinking, if both of them are drinking, they're fucked.
And probably like, who's drinking tonight, me or you? Who's the DD? Actually, no, that wouldn't work. They all share the same circulatory system, so that would be like.
Oh, that'd be awesome! Like one gets drunk and you also get drunk.
And
but
didn't
you
have to
don't
do anything. What if one got too drunk? What was college like? Just partying, just fucking at the frat house or the sorority house, just smashing beers and like.
Or like if you didn't want to get drunk.
Yeah, if you
like,
didn't want to drink.
This fucking bitch over here.
Here's the thing. So like conjoined twins is a bit of an anomaly when it comes to like the way the brain is operating the body and stuff, and the way that their minds have to be in sync. It's heavily in sync, more in sync than normal twins.
The way blood flow works too, it's coming from the same body, so the blood alcohol would be the same.
No, I'm saying that like they are probably on the same page all the time for everything. That's what I kind
of wish I'd watched the TV show because I don't think that's true.
So I when the TikTok videos that I've seen from their show, whenever they're talking and hanging out, literally they are talking at the same time almost every single time.
That could be scripted though too.
No, I don't think it is, because like it's all the other interactions that they have with people, the organic interaction. Like one will be talking and then they'll say the same sentence like at the beginning or the end. And then when the other one's talking, the other one does the same thing. So I think when it comes to like making decisions and stuff, they're more or less on the same page all the time. They probably have the same thought process. So it's interesting because it's like, I'm pretty sure Abby and Brittany both love this guy and they both have the same feelings for this guy.
He would have to love both of them too.
Well,
honestly.
I mean, it kind of comes with the territory. So
literally,
you have no choice. Can you imagine
if you loved one and hated the other?
Can you imagine if can you imagine if you're in
can
an
you
argument?
go away? No,
Well, can you imagine how ganged up you would feel in an argument? Just you got 2 people yelling at you at the same time.
This was a great article. God. I'm so glad that he was a veteran.
Yeah,
I want to know. I want to post this like in regiment and be like, "Yo, you in here?"
I wonder if they get in arguments as sisters, and he like just says a joke from across the house, and is just like, "Don't make me separate you two." Like, there's no way you don't die laughing and go, "I'm done arguing with you." Like, that's
especially
funny.
if he's a vet that's been in the Afghan. You know.
Oh yeah,
his humor.
The dark humor is rolling through that household.
His dark humor. It's like, I've been to combat. Listen. So yes, on one hand, I am kind of like, hey, is this dude in regiment? But on the other hand, I'm like, I really don't want him to reveal that publicly.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I can only imagine what the chat would do.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd be bad.
It would not be cool. It would be. It would just be
he
like
would have to leave.
He would.
Because there's a lot
leave.
of assholes in regiment.
There are a lot of assholes in regiment. I mean, we are a military and veteran community, so I can only imagine just the fucking. I can see the chat now and all of us as mods just in there like deleting comments and telling people to stop. This was a mistake. But yeah, I mean, listen, if you are in regiment, just send me a private DM and I will not reveal it unless you want me to. But yeah.
Or comment on this post, etc. Let us know.
Don't comment because then people in the comments will just flood you that way too. So if you want to
but it's a separate account. It'll be fine.
That's fine. So like if you are in regiment, just let us know, man. Hey, we might send you guys a jersey.
Fuck yeah. Or two, 3.
No, we'll send.
They both pick a color and then just trade off what color they wear.
Well, we do. What's the largest jersey size that we have?
We got some fat motherfuckers,
so we could probably, if they are in regiment, we can send Abby and Brittany a fucking regiment jersey.
yeah, because they're dependent.
They are,
but like,
well, they would
spouses.
be, they're spouses they would be spouses of a verified member, and we could probably see if you know, depending on how the collar of that's the thing I'm thinking about is like how big is the collar on the largest jersey size?
That would have to be like almost like a custom jersey.
It would have to be, and I know that NEU doesn't do those kinds of orders, but it would be cool to give the conjoined twins a regiment jersey, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great topic.
Yeah,
I was trying to find like a statement from Abby and Brittany somewhere, but they have not responded to any news source about this. Would you leave me alone?
I would want to be left alone too.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, get out of my life. I did this when I was little. I don't want to do this again.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like, I absolutely.
It's impressive how long they've been able to just like stay off the radar too.
Yeah, I mean, probably because good for them. They were able to find a way to like keep their life private, and so much so that when they got married 3 years ago, and nobody knew until now. So, yeah, it's pretty impressive that they were able to stay out of the spotlight that long. It's funny, the engagement photo is Brittany and Abby have 2 different hair colors.
That's probably dyed.
Kind of awesome.
It is definitely dyed. I'm like, I was gonna make the joke. They're just doing it so that people can tell them apart. Anyway, it's all out of love, guys. So if you're watching this, like, you know, we're happy for you. We are truly happy for you, and we're glad that you found love, and that, you know.
What if she wasn't the maid of honor? She was like, I don't want you as my maid of honor.
It would be hard for like there is one story I saw of conjoined twins. One was gay and the other one wasn't.
Wow.
The dudes.
And the gay one was in a relationship.
Was it the 2 dudes?
The 2 dudes, yeah, that are conjoined at the hip.
Yeah, I've seen them. They actually went into depth about like all the questions we've all wondered.
They actually
guys
did?
About like sex and pleasuring themselves and stuff. And he's like, dude, sometimes he just like, they went in depth about it. And he's like, sometimes it fucking pisses me off. Like, I'm sitting right here, dude. What the fuck? And he's just like, it's mine too. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
that's hilarious. Like, do they both feel it?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so conflicting. Because like one's loving it, he's like, "Oh, I'm coming," and he's like, the other one's like, "Fuck, I'm coming."
There's a fucking there's a skit that I just thought about. Hang on, let me see if I can find it.
Like, you should make a TikTok skit on this.
I'm gonna stay far away from this one.
All right. Hang on. I'm gonna share my screen real quick
To us?
and show you to you guys. Yeah, hang on.
I already feel like I'm flying too close to the sun here.
All right.
It might have a echo.
Hey, Alex, don't talk to me while you're doing that. I want to try something. I want to use my other hand.
You mean my one hand?
No, I mean my other hand.
You don't have another hand, we each get one.
Come on, man. I heard it feels like someone else is doing it when you use your other hand.
Yeah, someone else would be doing it. Me.
Please!
No!
Fine. I'll just make you do it myself.
What? Mike, what are you doing? Mike, stop it! You can play that game, buddy.
Yeah? Whoa. What are you doing?
I'm teaching you a lesson.
I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson.
No, teach you this.
Damn it, I told you, no more playing Siamese twins.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh man.
I'll teach you a lesson.
I am traumatized.
You're welcome. Welcome to the Barracks
No
Party.
more playing Siamese twins. Sorry, Dad.
Anyway, let's get to our next topic.
Oh man.
All right. Enlisted soldiers are forced to pay for food or starve at installation after food runs out.
No, I'm gonna starve.
So the food supply has been unable to meet soldiers' demand following the introduction of kiosks to offset the number of closing dining facilities at Fort Carson, Colorado. The self-service style kiosks would feature ready-made food packaged for quick grab-and-go affair were designed to make up for the lack of DFAC attendance on weekends. Many soldiers were unimpressed with the kiosks, comparing the kind of fare offered being akin to the gas station food, which, yes, that's exactly what it is. To make matters worse, the kiosks could not reliably feed personnel over the weekend, and many were left to scrounge for food elsewhere on their own dime as a result of the shortages. See,
they literally just have a shit ton of Slim Jims.
It's almost it's so we're gonna hang on. I'll get into this rant in a second. Fort Carson officials acknowledged there was a food shortage at the kiosks over the weekend and sincerely apologized to the soldiers who were impacted.
We're sorry, but we're also not going to do anything about it.
So the Lieutenant Colonel Joey Payton, 4th Infantry Division at Fort Carson spokesperson, told Army Times in a statement, "We were caught off guard with the amount of soldiers that were choosing to use the kiosk.
Why not be prepared?"
So it has been suggested that the shortage of supplies is due to low DFAC attendance numbers that were counted at the time many Fort Carson troops were deployed. Since the first week of kiosk operations, we have seen an increase of kiosk usage each weekend and ultimately served approximately 1,850 meals in the past weekend. For those who are forced to pay out of pocket over the weekend, Payton has urged soldiers to seek reimbursement from their units, which their unit will say no.
That shit won't happen.
So he says, "We strongly encourage soldiers who are impacted to submit a missed meal voucher with their units so that they are reimbursed." Now, here's the fucking thing with this. We literally talked about how the Army did a study, or no, the Air Force did a study and found what works to get more airmen to the fucking DFAC, right? The Army looked at that study and said, wow, I wonder what they're doing that works. And then instead, we're like, we're going to use kiosks instead of doing the same thing that the Air Force is doing, saying our DFAC attendance is low. DFACs are getting shut down. What can we do? What is the Air Force doing? Oh, that looks like it works. Let's not do that. We're going to go ahead and do this. And then now they're finding out, oh, that doesn't work. No shit, Sherlock. It doesn't work.
Fuck those intelligent fucks. We're going to figure it out on our own.
It's just asinine to me that like they will do absolutely everything in their power except solve the problem. They'll find another reason to like their own, in their mind, it's like fucking girl math to try to solve the problem of why there's no DFAC attendance, you know? We have a food shortage.
Explain girl math.
Oh, it's I don't really feel like explaining this to you. But anyway, so yes,
this feels sexist.
It's like, you ever heard of the boy math, girl math type thing? No. Where it's like it's a completely unreasonable basically an unreasonable explanation for something.
It's math ain't mathing.
It's basically boy math. Boy math would be like, I can't. I'm having a hard time thinking of an example.
It's 6 inches, but it's really 3.
That boy math, yes. So, but yes, so they are actually not doing. They're not solving the problem. They're creating a new problem, and the main problem is still there. So instead of figuring out why are our troops not going to the chow hall and fixing that, they're like, you can go to this kiosk, which once, and now they're like, wow, we're very surprised that soldiers choose to go to the kiosk. Yeah, probably because it's better than uncooked chicken from the fucking chow hall.
Mm-hmm. Or the gas station food that's barely there.
And people have said it's akin to the damn gut truck that you would get in the field, you know?
Which it is.
Which it really is. So instead of fixing the chow hall and the chow hall issues and the attendance issues, they're just making you buy these kiosks. Well, guess what? Now you have a problem. Now the food at the kiosk has run out, and now people are having to shell out their money elsewhere to pay for food. Why not just actually do what the Air Force did? Just do it.
Which we all know on those vouchers, they're not getting that shit back. Then.
No, they're not.
They're not going to get that shit back.
It's up to the unit to approve it, and I promise you, given my experience with this, the unit will not approve it, and it's because like, well, we have other solutions. That's the answer to it. There's other solutions. They don't have to do that. They just choose to do it because they're lazy. Like, no, it's not because of that. It's because they don't have other options, and the only other option that you say they have is insanely inconvenient.
Yeah, they'll be like, go to the defect that's like 6 miles down the road.
Like, that's exactly what happened when I was in Italy. We have another chow hall on another base. You have to take a bus to get there because it's about a 20-minute drive. But there is another chow hall. It's like, no one wants to do that. Nobody wants to do. No one has the time for that.
Look at the quality of nutrition in this picture too. We got just like a fucking pile of Slim Jims there.
Yeah,
we
like
got
Oreos,
some, like cheese crackers.
It's cheese crackers.
This some Go-Gurt at the top,
yogurt, Slim Jims, and some whatever the hell is in these bags.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck is that?
It looks like popcorn.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like you go to something that you think is fixing the problem, but you're creating a whole other problem. You're creating a nutrition problem.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna yell at them for being fat and fucking lazy,
or unhealthy, or
the nutrition.
Lethargic,
the kiosk nutrition options was also a big thing that they mentioned in the last article we talked about this, where it's like this is not really nutritional.
Mm-hmm. So like when I went to Scott Air Force Base for the patient movement training, and the chow hall one phenomenally nice, of course. But the way they had it was like they had like a shit food section, which was like your fat fucks, and it was like red tabbed or whatever. You could tell that it was unhealthy.
Yeah, our Army chow halls were the same way, where it was labeled like green, yellow, and red.
Yeah, but they had all the nutrition. Like the nutritional facts were insane. I was like, I've never seen this before in my whole career. Like the amount of detail that they have, and it had like the portions that you're supposed to have, like the updated portions, not like that fucking pyramid bullshit. Like legitimate portions that you should have, and it was like, oh, this is too much. You probably shouldn't fucking eat this, or like you should probably eat this. This is a lot better for you. But it was really good, and a lot of people went because there was like they had choice, but it was also like decent food.
Yeah,
it's honestly wild too. Having that information there will like it does hit you in the head, you know, where you're just kind of like, you know, I think I'm gonna stay away from a cheeseburger today.
Yeah,
like. I kind of want to eat because you can see it, like versus if you can't see that, a lot of people are like, it's a burger, it's protein, it's meat, whatever. Then you see all the other shit that's in it, and you're like, I'm gonna just go get something else.
Yeah,
because it's right in front of me. You can eat the consequences are staring me in the face.
Like you can down a Domino's pizza, but then if you see how many calories that pizza is, you're like, yeah, maybe not.
Maybe just 2 slices instead of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. This chow hall situation is just so annoying because it doesn't the common sense is just not there, you know, and that's the 5th principle of patrolling, which they used to hammer on you all the time. Well, at least in my unit they did. What are the 5 principles of patrolling? The 5th principle is common sense, which is one that everybody seems to lack, especially in higher chains of command.
So one of the things like with the Navy, which I'm not looking forward to, because on ship. Like when the food starts running out as well, they'll start rationing everybody. So when the food already sucks ass, and it's highly undercooked, and especially I'm blaming the Marines on this one because they have nothing to do but fucking sit around and then eat extra food. But when we run out of food, hey, I'm just saying, bro. I was on that side. I get it. Y'all fucking eat everything.
Get hungry.
And they just run out, and so you're just stuck with like there's nothing in the takeaway. There's none of the little cereal things. There's no Pop-Tarts. There's fucking nothing, and you're getting like this one little spoonful of goop, and you're like, got it. Can't wait to go back to work and work another 12-hour shift. Yippee! And there's nothing you can do until you get another unwrap.
I actually was always curious about that. Like, how do these ships get their food?
Underwear replenishment. So another ship will come by, and they'll like kind of hook up in a weird way, and they'll like send food on these pallets across, and then on the amphibs they'll have all the Marines and a few sailors like lined up throughout the fucking P-ways and like down the ladder wells to where they store all the food and everything.
Old school way to do this.
They literally like pass fucking pallets and things of food around, and it sucks ass. Because a lot of that shit's fucking heavy, and you're like sliding them down ladder wells, and you're like trying to catch shit and not break anything or like fuck up any of the packaging. Like it's so crazy. Yeah. Like if you're at a ladder well, it fucking sucks ass because you're either like bent over, like throwing shit the whole time, or you're catching shit. If you're like in the beginning, you're just passing shit along. It's not that bad, but every time underway replenishments suck ass. That's how ships get their food.
I had the joy of helping refuel the Gunston Hall every time that needed to happen. So it's like every couple days, like every 3 days or so, another ship would pull up and they'd fucking shoot over a line or whatever, and they just connect the fucking shit, and you're just like, dog, what the fuck? And it takes forever. It takes forever. And then dudes will miss their shot. So you're sitting there and everybody has to shout at the same time and shit. And you're just like, I hate this. And you're dealing with these giant fuck off ropes too that you have to pull. And you're just like, come on. Everyone's body is just fucked. And they're like, we still got to do this for another
I'm glad
hour.
I was in the army.
Damn it.
All we had to do.
This is why sailors are historically disgruntled.
Because in the army, our replenishment is either through a helicopter or a truck that you offload. And that's easy. It's easy.
Nothing about this is easy.
It sounds like on the ship, it's exponentially worse.
And it's a huge safety thing too. Because when another ship pulls up, you've got to make sure they don't fucking hit each other. Yeah,
I imagine that it's a huge problem to have. It's we got to replenish, and it's a task in itself that's just daunting. Resupplying in the army is easy. It's when's the truck getting here? Okay, cool. The truck's here. Park the truck, unload the truck leaves. Or the bird comes in, unloads the pallets, leaves. It's as easy as that. Just doing shit on the ground.
I'm excited to not be greenside for this one, and all the Marines are going to be fucking doing that shit.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So in the gaming news we go. So Larian, and now if you're a big fan of Baldur's Gate, you were also disappointed to find out that there will be no DLC, nor will there be a Baldur's Gate 4. So Larian CEO Sven Vinke accepts Baldur's Gate 3's latest award by blasting corporate greed. Vinke joins the chorus of devs lamenting the state of the industry at this year's GDC. So the dire state of the games industry has been impossible to ignore at this year's GDC. Dwarf Fortress Tarn Adams has been excoriating execs. Devs have been literally screaming about it, and now Larian CEO Sven Vinke has taken to the stage and criticized the greed which has been fucking this up for so long. And he's right.
Preach.
Vinke was accepting Baldur's Gate 3's GDCA award for Best Narrative when he began speaking about this experience of short-term, solely profit-motivated thinking at game publishers. I've been fighting with publishers my entire life, and I keep on seeing the same mistakes over and over and over. It's always quarterly profits. The only thing that matters is the numbers, said Vinke of his publisher struggles over the years. An executive mentality that always produces mass layoffs and developer despair. Then you fire everybody, continued Vinke. And next year you're going to say, shit, I'm out of developers, and you're going to start hiring people again, which just kicks off the same loop anew. And he's right. This has been the massive problem with all publishers, is that they keep getting rid of people. And then when they have a new project they want to do, they hire a bunch of people to get it done quick. And then at the end of that, they get rid of them again.
And then what he's talking about is it's all about numbers.
It really
talking
is.
about they're pushing the same mistakes over and over. And he's talking about they're pushing shit games, not listening to the developers and just being corporate fucks.
Well,
give us.
I'll give you an example of profit and corporate greed and all that stuff. So Activision Blizzard. So do you know how Blizzard does their bonuses? So instead of Blizzard giving bonuses to everyone, and this is Bobby Kotick's thing that he implemented, is the studio that performs the best gets the bonuses, not the company. So for Blizzard, the studio behind Diablo got bonuses, but the studio behind Overwatch 2 did not. So those people got a 0% profit share bonus, which is pretty shit. Then again, Overwatch 2 is in a really bad state right now. So, but at the same time, it's you have based on financial performance of a game, how much money did it make, not how good was the game. That's how they've been doing the bonuses, and not everybody's been getting them. So it's really shitty how they're doing this.
But they'll still the corporate fucks will still get their bonuses.
They'll get their bonuses all the time. They don't care. So instead of carnivorous process, Vinky proposes an alternative. Slow down a little bit. Slow down on the greed. Be resilient. Take care of the people. Don't lose the institutional knowledge that has been built up on in all of those people that you lose every single time, because it really pisses me off. All of which sounds eminently reasonable to me, but perhaps that's why I'm not currently sat in some kind of Herman Miller chair at a video game company C-suite. But it must make sense to at least some of the executives out there too, besides Vinky. In a follow-up tweet, the Larian CEO noted that there are plenty of people in publishing I met who have their hearts in the right place. And the message was meant for those who try to double their revenue every year after year. Activision. You don't have to do that. Build more slowly and aim into improving the state of the art, not squeezing out the last drop. In a period that's seen around 16,000 developers lose their jobs at the hands of corporate decision makers, I have to say I like the sound of this alternative reality Vinky envisions. There is no human reason the people who make the games we love should live their whole lives at the point of a knife. Respect the people making the games, wrote Vinky. You'll find it brings you more joy. And he's right. That's the biggest thing. And that's why, like, a lot of studios, they don't want to hire too many people because they don't want to have to lay them off. They want to keep the people that they have that are talented. And there was a lot of speculation,
on, like, as needed,
because Larian Studios is kind of going off and doing their own thing now. They want to work on new games, different projects and stuff, and not Baldur's Gate, because Wizards of the Coast owns Baldur's Gate IP and owns the characters within that IP. And there was a lot of speculation that Vinky was not getting along or was having struggles with Wizards of the Coast because of this, and that's why there's no DLC or Baldur's Gate 4 in the works. And he said that's not true. He said everybody they worked with at Wizards of the Coast just let them do their own thing and left them alone, which is really rare. And just basically let them cook. That's what the approach that they took with it. So, and that's why we got the game that we got. And yeah, I agree with him. The corporate greed is becoming a problem.
This also ties into what Phil Spencer recently said, talking about like the publisher or the publicly traded companies. Like it's always about, or he blamed capitalism because like when you're a publicly traded company, it's always about growth. And if there's no growth, you're seen as like failing in a sense.
Yeah. Or
so like that's where the games have gotten to the point to where we've gotten so many microtransactions and everything because they're trying to raise that corporate growth, that fucking like, oh, we're getting so much more money.
And it's more than just the growth. It's the projected growth. So like if a game didn't if it didn't perform how they expected it to, that's a failure. They'll like set their goal so fucking high, and if they don't meet that goal, provided super successful, super profitable, but it wasn't the profits they wanted to see. It wasn't as high as they thought it would go.
And he talked about when you have a stock in something, nobody wants to see their stock go down because that means lost money. So he's like, in that sense, yeah, I get it, but part of me makes me feel like a lot of game companies should just stay independent. And
they should.
Privately traded, or not publicly traded, but like privately traded, I think is the term.
They should.
So where like, because there's a shit ton of companies in the world that have been around for ages and are insanely profitable, and like they make damn near anything that you think you don't realize. Like companies in the U.S. that like are been around so long and they make damn near everything that you just don't really think about. Because they're also I believe they're not publicly traded. So like they can just stay at a super high profitable level, pay all their employees, be very successful, but they don't have to worry about constant growth all the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's indie studios are better. And because of this too, capitalism is killing the fucking gaming industry.
Which is publishers.
Publishers are killing the gaming industry. All right, so speaking of publishers and the gaming industry, you can't sue us for making games too entertaining, says major game developers in response to addiction lawsuits.
I'm too addicted to your game. I'm going to sue you.
So a string of 6 video game addiction lawsuits have recently been filed against Microsoft, Activision Blizzard, Roblox, Epic Games, Rockstar, and other major game developers and publishers.
Roblox, nice.
The complaints, which are all submitted to courts within the past 12 months, claim that game developers are intentionally making players addicted to their games. Part of a motion filed this month to dismiss one of the complaints that that of an Arkansas woman and her son, the targeted game developer called it an attack on the First Amendment rights of video game creators.
Yeah, I agree.
The Arkansas lawsuit alleges that Roblox, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Minecraft, and other popular games use addictive psychological features to hook the son starting when he was 12 years old, now 21. He currently spends $350 a month on games, dropped out of school, and has been diagnosed with major depressive disorder and anxiety, quote unquote. What does that mean? Anxiety?
Probably because he wasn't diagnosed with it.
And has experienced withdrawal symptoms such as rage, anger, and physical outbursts. According to the suit, it also alleges that the mother could not regulate her son's gaming because she feared him as a result of his outburst. Sounds like a skill issue, lady.
Guess you shouldn't have got shit on.
The complaint says that the game developers are liable for defective and negligent designs that take advantage of the chemical reward system of a user's brain, especially a minor, to create addictive engagement, compulsive use, and additional mental and physical harm, as well as failure to warn users of the risk of addiction.
So I get what they're saying as far as like the chemical reward system. So Call of Duty in this aspect is very notorious for this type of stuff. So like the battle pass stuff, or whenever you open or unlock something,
it triggers something
or
in your
get
brain.
like it'll like explode, and it has like that sound, that like the ding or whatever it is.
It's the dopamine response in your brain.
Yeah. And even if it's nothing, like you're gonna get this if you play the game, if you achieve anything, regardless. But it's like, oh, I did something. It's awesome.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like maybe you should have like limited and not used video games as a fucking babysitting tool.
Yes, but so like outside of the, I'll say outside. Let's take fucking like Fortnite for example. To me, I don't feel like Fortnite shoves that shit down your throat nearly as much. Like they have their battle pass, or at least not anymore.
I wouldn't know. I don't play it so
too much further. So like I play frequently. I play Lego Fortnite with my wife, and it's amazing. And the stuff that they have, like they have all the creative games that aren't even made by Epic. They're just on Epic's Unreal Engine. Other people make those fucking games, and they have like the little thumbnail or whatever, and then they make it to themselves, and people will play it. If your game is good and it's quote unquote addicting, that's kind of the point. You want people to enjoy that and have a good time playing it and continue to play it, because one, that makes it to where you can make more games, et cetera, et cetera. That's literally the point of gaming. You don't want people to like play your game one fucking time and be like, I'm never touching that again.
Yeah.
Like it's literally about regulation.
Yeah.
Self-regulation. And if you're a parent regulation.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like all I could think of, whatever, she was like out of fear of additional mental and physical harm. All I could think of was you remember the Greatest Freakout series?
We put the remote in his
brothers,
ass.
Yeah. All I can think of is like he was a child that acted like that when he got his game system taken from him and was told to go outside, and the mom was just like, fine, whatever, I just don't want to deal with it. It's like, nah, dude, like unplug it and take it. The kid was 12. He's gonna get exhausted after yelling about how he doesn't have his game system. He's gonna figure out another way to entertain himself.
Yeah, your son
This
is
is
like
why
you
kids
just went lazy and said, here, take it. I don't want to deal with you.
And this is why kids need to fucking go outside. Honestly, they need more outdoor time, because when I was a kid, yeah, I liked to play video games a lot, but I also had like toys. I went outside. I played a lot outside. So
to me, the games were just as addictive back then.
They
were
really
just
haven't
less.
changed.
They were just less graphical and all that shit.
Just as addictive, but also too, I think I was talking about this with my roommate the other day. Like the online presence wasn't as like massive. You know what I mean?
It wasn't a thing for me.
Yeah, I mean early in life, but more like I'm thinking more middle school era when it started to become more of like
Xbox
a
Live
thing.
and shit.
Yeah, and all that.
For
like,
you, maybe.
But people still were like, nah, I'd rather like, let's go hang out, let's go like ride our bikes, let's go do something else. You know, I don't really want to play online today. because it wasn't like something everybody did. Not
Or could
everyone
do.
was online. Yeah, or could do. Like, and now that like there's crossplay, it doesn't matter. You can play with all your friends online, right? So I think that's also like part of it, where people are getting more and more like into it, and that being the thing to hang out with their people. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It just comes down to self-regulation, regulation of the parent, But I think I don't think it's like a game getting more addictive. I think it's just more socially accepted, as that's where everybody hangs out, is in the game.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
it's
much.
just, there's a lot of factors with it.
So, in their motion to dismiss the developers, lawyers argue that games are an expressive medium, as established in a 2011 Supreme Court decision, that finding in their expression too entertaining is not a valid reason to limit constitutionally protected speech. They also say that the plaintiffs failed to clearly establish what features of each game specifically caused harm and how.
Yeah, that's kind of important. Because if you specifically, like, if you're talking about like the targeting loot boxes and like the gambling features, all right, I'll give that.
But
to
they
you,
couldn't
'cause
give
that's
those.
kinda
They
fucked up.
couldn't give examples of that. So
Yeah.
the complaint dedicates a number of pages to describing generally the alleged addictive properties of each game. Some commonly criticized aspects of modern games come up, such as predatory monetization and deceptive UI tricks called dark patterns. But many of the complaints relate to aspects of games we'd consider normal or positive.
So the dark patterns is there's a separate article that actually talks about this with a lot of games implementing it.
I mean,
It's
I can click on it.
So it's similar to like how Call of Duty will have those psychological things where like when you get something, it'll be like ding and it'll flash like, oh, that's awesome. I want to do that again.
Yeah.
Those types of things. Almost like marketing in a grocery store.
So
they'll put the candy up front.
yeah, like pretty much stuff like that. So Call of Duty, for instance, is criticized for rewarding players with gun and attachment unlocks with the suit calls, a form of operant conditioning, as well as for featuring fast-paced play, satisfying graphics, sounds, and other dopamine lifts. Minecraft multiplayer.
How dare you have a fucking solid game?
Minecraft's multiplayer features are said to addict players to connecting with others in the Minecraft world. And the suit warns that players with ADHD can become easily hyper-focused and addicted to building worlds. Grand Theft Auto 5, the suit says, includes endless arrays of activities and challenges to continually engage users and ensure they are never bored.
So, as someone with ADHD, they can also get very bored very easily.
Yeah, that's the thing. So these are the examples they're using, right? The game is too fun. So it says the game developers say that the complaint uses ominous terms like feedback loop and monetization scheme to justify attacking regular creative features that make their games more attractive and challenging. The plaintiffs find the expression in games too persuasive and catchy, i.e. too entertaining, does not permit them to quiet the speech or burden its messengers, the developer says. So it says a bit about quieting the burden is a quote from a 2011 Supreme Court decision, which said the marketing efforts of pharmaceutical companies can't be restricted for being too persuasive. I have to imagine the lawyers were, well, okay, who cares? So 5 of the 6 addiction lawsuits, including Arkansas suit, were filed by Atlanta law firm Bullock Ward Mason, which counts video game addiction as one of its specialties. Video game addiction is a serious problem created and perpetually by a multi-billion industry. I'm sure they meant to put $1 there. With a profit incentive to create addicts out of our children, said a representative from the firm statement provided to PC Gamer. The addiction we are seeing in children and young adults is severe, with gaming taking over their entire lives, causing drastic and detrimental impacts on their well-being. As we continue to investigate this crisis on behalf of impacted families, we look forward to shining a light on this industry, holding these video game companies accountable for the harm they are causing and ensuring changes are made to protect children going forward. This reminds me of suing Remington over school shootings. We're gonna fucking sue the manufacturer of something because some people can't be responsible.
I'm suing the silverware companies for making me fat.
So the World Health Organization recognizes video game addiction as a disorder, and the American Psychiatric Association says that the question of whether or not video games can be addictive is still being debated. How long is this fucking... Oh, it's not that long. is still being debated, but that early evidence suggests that video games are one of the most addicting technologies around. The Chinese government restricted the number of hours children can play video games, saying in 2021 that parents have reported the game addiction among the youth and children is seriously harming their normal study, life, and mental and physical health.
We covered that on yours before.
Yes. The Entertainment Software Association, and a trade group whose members include the companies targeted by these lawsuits, defended game makers in a statement provided to PC Gamer. Video games are among the most dynamic, widely enjoyed forms of entertainment in the world, said the ESA. We prioritize creating positive experiences for the entire player community and provide easy-to-use tools for players, parents, and caregivers to manage numerous aspects of gameplay. Claims that say otherwise are not rooted in fact and ignore the reality that billions of people globally of all ages and backgrounds play video games in a healthy, balanced way, which is true. Should the Arkansas lawsuit not be dismissed, the developers have each motioned for the case to go to arbitration. As we all know, there's not a TOS on the planet that doesn't make us waive the right to a jury trial. The plaintiffs have asked for more time to respond to these motions as they wait their decision on whether or not to the pretrial proceedings of all 6 very similar addiction cases will be consolidated. So essentially, I'm noticing that it's all Southern parents. My kids won't put Call of Duty down. They keep playing. They won't get off that goddamn video game. Help out on the farm. So it's like, why don't you just tell parents better? I don't know what to tell. I can
Beat
tell
them
you.
like you're used to.
I just like when you said the world's greatest freak out, like I thought of like my dad's belt thwopping through the fucking belt loops. Just I could hear the of the belt being pulled out of the belt loops.
And you're just like, shit.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's
the same premise as like, oh, video games are dangerous because they create rage and cause violence in kids and
there's
people.
no evidence suggests that that's true. What were you gonna say?
It's the same weak arguments that have been peddled since video games started, right?
And rock music,
people sitting in front of a screen, like it's literally the same arguments that every parent of time, whenever something new comes out that they don't like because it's different, you know what I mean?
It'll rot your game. It'll rot your child's brain. Doctors
exactly.
Use this. What are you talking about?
But the whole Minecraft thing, for example, where they're like, oh, it's too addictive. First of all, that's a weak fucking argument, and it says it's meant to addict players to connecting with others in the Minecraft world. I'm sorry that your children are making friends. That's crazy, right?
How fucking dare you?
And
friends, you make
friends
just my way.
Not just that they're making friends, but they're doing it in a digital environment at home. And yeah, I get it. It's safe. You got some weirdos that are on there, but even still, like through the,
Diddy might be on there.
Yeah, Diddy might be on there. That's probably where he's recruiting his child sex trafficking ring is through Minecraft and Roblox servers. But
They're gonna add that to the lawsuit now.
Yeah, probably. But it's honestly what it boils down to is that parents are letting their kids do this just because they don't know how to fucking parent.
And they don't understand it.
It's the same with the iPad kids.
And the other thing with the Minecraft too is you know how much you can learn in Minecraft for real world shit like architecture and having like developing a very base understanding and developing an interest into architecture, or with Redstone, you can actually kind of learn better as to how like electronics and computers work, because you have to like set up all these fucking circuits in the game. Like people have made like Pokemon games with Redstone in Minecraft where you can play the whole fucking game on like a giant Game Boy.
It's pretty crazy. I've seen a lot of shit like that.
Fuck.
I've seen
they make games within games of like within Minecraft.
It's gameception. But yes,
like, it literally is.
It's like I said, this is a parental issue.
Yeah.
And it's obviously usually parents that have never gamed nor understood games that are like, these goddamn kids.
These goddamn kids.
Wanted to take
all they want to do is sit down and play video games. They don't want to do no work. They're just lazy. This generation, blah, blah, blah.
Let's be real. Those are just people that sucked at video games and stopped playing.
Yeah. On to our next topic, gentlemen.
that ass.
That ass though. Twitch targets butt streams with new rule banning content that focuses on intimate body parts for a prolonged period of time. It's like we're at the rear end of the butt streaming meta. So this is what we're talking about. So this streamer was wearing chroma keyed green or whatever chroma keyed booty shorts and was playing Fortnite on her ass. So you were watching Fortnite on her fucking ass. And this
Like,
is
it's so creative. I just love the screenshot picture because it's like, yeah, that's her ass, but like, that's so cool.
Yes, it is. If it's used in a way that's like not like this, it is, but even still, when it's used in a way like this, it's like that was like you came up with an idea and it took off so much so that your streaming platform had to change some rules. So,
Yeah.
Yes, but yes, this is a very creative way to do this. You know, I found it. That's why I kind of find this one. It's a lot more creative than the fucking hot tub streams or the one where it's like the suggestive nudity, where it's like they're not wearing a top, but you can't see below a certain part of their chest, but you know they're topless. Or the pasties.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm going to figure out how to chroma like a green shirt and get like a green screen shirt or some fabric to do it. And I think I'm going to try and do a stream one day where it's like Helldivers on my chest. So it's just my face and the shirt, and you're just watching Helldivers on my fucking chest.
Yeah, do
just
it.
because it seems cool. Like, it's like, that's an interesting way, because people are going to be like, wait. Where's the screen? Why is it on your fucking clothes? What's going on here? You know?
It would
You
be
got to get a green screen background, I think, too.
Yeah, you'll
I
need
already have one.
So yeah, so get yourself like a green chroma keyed shirt, like that's got nothing on it. But yes, this is a very interesting and creative way to do this, because like I'm sure this chick thought that'd be kind of funny and then did it and like, wow, this works. I'm gonna just do this real quick to see how far I can take it. And I'm sure this wasn't like, hey, stare at my ass. I'm sure it was more of like, this would be funny, and then it ended up just taking off. So it's best if you imagine Twitch's latest rule update being read by a downtrodden, barely present spokesperson. Content on Twitch is always evolving, they mutter, unable to recall how many versions of that statement they've composed before. And we want to make sure that our own rules work as intended to keep up with emerging behaviors. The behavior that emerged this time is streaming games on butts. That is, using one's posterior like a green screen, overlaying a gameplay feed on it.
Or just pointing a camera at your butt.
If streaming Fortnite on your butt or watching other people stream Fortnite on their butts is something you enjoy, you better get your butt streaming in soon, because this is emergent behavior Twitch isn't going to let continue. On Friday,
I did see this. It said just pointing the camera at your butt. I saw another one where it was a girl either doing something or playing, and then she had like a glass seat and the camera was underneath of her, and that was it. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's not creative.
So it's like, I've seen these too, where it's there was one streamer that I saw, she was wearing like just pasties on her nipples and was just like being sexual with her microphone. I think she ended up getting banned, but yeah, it's stuff like that where it's like you're not doing anything, you're just obviously drawing attention to that for just to look at that, versus like, I'm gonna put gameplay on this because, like, honestly, I personally think that she was doing it to be funny and thought it would be an interesting way to like show gameplay, and that's why it was that, versus just having the camera looking at her ass and only see her ass.
Like, that's far more understandable of the TOS rules changing. But I think change it for this can pass to me.
What?
I was gonna say, I see a mix of the two. Like, she obviously knows, that she's an attractive woman, and knows that she has an advantage when it comes to streaming with all that kind of, with, just how she looks.
But she's doing it in a creative way.
But it was probably also like this could be funny. Like, she knows she's gonna get more donos and stuff because it's her ass. But
she's I'll say she's doing it in a creative way.
Yes. She's showing her ass in a creative way. So on Friday, content that focuses on intimate body parts for a prolonged period of time will not be allowed, the site announced. We'll see if like the other content like that actually just shows that will still be around. Twitch has updated its sexual content guidelines with a new rule. As Harvey outlined in the report from last week, writing and enforcing fair, equitable rules related to sexual content included defining what is and isn't what. I think that meant to say what is and isn't sexual has been one of Twitch's biggest struggles, in part because the creative streamers will try anything that doesn't explicitly ban. True. One of the great innovations occurred when Twitch said that streamers could only wear swimsuits if they were in a swimming related setting, which prompted streamers to start addressing their audience from inflatable pools, which Twitch ultimately added as official pools, hot tubs, and beaches category. In this instance, it has not been opted to add butts category. So, in anticipation of Friday's TOS change, butt streaming pioneer Morgue Pie is currently streaming with a camera positioned under her transparent chair. I wish people would stop complaining about the ass and enjoy it until Friday, she said, cheerfully in response to complaint in chat. As for the new meta, will be after Friday. She said that she doesn't know. Whenever it arrives, we can be sure we'll hear once again that content is always evolving.
That's the person that I was talking about. Like, they just had a camera under the chair, and it was
the same person.
It was a separate camera. It was just her ass.
This was the same chick that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Morgue Pie.
Then it must have been a separate stream that she was doing it with.
And it said, butt streaming pioneer Morgue Pie is currently streaming with a camera position under her transparent chair. It was the same chick that did the green screen on her butt.
So green screen, I approve. The other one,
I love that they use the word pioneer.
Pioneer, yeah.
Just like she's really paving the way here. You know, just like, come on now.
Paving the way with her ass.
Calm down.
The butt streaming pioneer. Like, yeah, like, okay. You know, Lewis and Clark were fucking pioneers, and we're going to start calling ass streamers pioneers.
Someone should tweet Morgue Pie with this quote and be like, you're a pioneer of butt streaming.
I mean, she probably
You are like the Christopher Columbus of butt streaming.
You are the Lewis and Clark of butt streams. You know, you were just a pioneer of our time. But yeah, I mean, the green screen thing, yes, I do think is very creative. The transparent chair just to look at your ass is not. So yeah, those are some brownie points taken from you.
Yeah, I'm upset that it was the same person.
I accidentally clicked on her name and it took me straight to her Twitch channel. She only has 1,000 followers.
She might not stream on.
She might
Twitch. Not stream on Twitch anymore.
It's interesting. There's like some of her streams. Like she has it. So she does these green screen streams a lot, but it's a way where it's like just a shirt that covers this part under her neck.
Yeah, and it shows the boobs.
And her boobs are the only thing you see, and her head. That's it. That's all you see. So I'm kind of looking around here to see.
Oh, recently streamed categories: fitness and health, just dance, and pools and hot tubs.
Yeah. So she
wonder what could be done in those categories.
I wonder. I only wonder. So yeah. Don't stream with your butt anymore.
Yeah, I was just gonna start that.
I'll be right back. I'm
gonna start streaming with my dick now. Just a green screen on my cock.
Please, God, don't do that. I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. Regiment in this podcast is also partnered with BR Paradox. BR Paradox is a company that specializes in custom-built PCs. So if you have an idea for a cool custom-built PC, they can definitely give you the hookup on that. But if you're not in the market for custom PCs, BR Paradox has a wide array of pre-built PCs that you could choose from at great prices. And if you're not in the market right now for a new PC, BR Paradox will definitely hook you up with an optimization. Optimizations take around 10-15 minutes to do, and they're very awesome. I highly recommend them. I had my PC optimized by them, and it's never run smoother since. BR Paradox also has a list of renowned customers ranging from LeBron James, Chris Brown, members of FaZe Clan, and even Angela White from your favorite orange and black site, if you know what I mean. So head on over to brparadox.com to get yourself a PC today or an optimization. And remember to use promo code REGIMENT at checkout. That's promo code REGIMENT down here at checkout. All right, we're back from the break, and now we're back to our, we're going to be talking about our next military topics. Camp Pendleton Marines are encouraged to fix their own barracks rooms. This old house, Camp Pendleton edition.
This old crack house.
I think it's funny how this Marines at Camp Pendleton, California, are encouraged to make minor repairs to their barracks room. I'm sorry, if you need a fucking like a tool to cut into the wall, that's not a minor repair, buddy.
Yeah,
No.
That's not. If you need to cut into your barracks wall to make a fix, that's not a minor repair. What is the definition of a minor repair in the military?
In the Marines, if they can get away with making you do it themselves.
So as the military as a whole grapples with how to fix substandard living conditions for troops, Marines at Camp Pendleton, California, are being encouraged to paint their rooms, patch holes in their walls, get rid of mold, and make other home repairs themselves.
It's like cheap slave labor. Like, we don't want to pay someone to actually do this properly. We're going to fucking tell you.
We don't want to pay the qualified person to do the job. We want you to do it because we're already paying you to fucking exist. So self-help requests allow Marines to not only fix minor damages to their rooms quickly, but also develop smaller scale home repair skills, according to a video about the program that was shared on Reddit.
I hate that they're called self-help requests.
I know. The video explains how these base maintenance programs allow Marines to request approval from their barracks or area facility managers to fix problems in their rooms and then acquire the tools and other materials to make the repairs. Several Reddit users who were decidedly skeptical about the value of this self-help program. One user said that it is difficult for Marines to order what they need to repair for their rooms because the tools and other materials are issued on a first come, first served basis. Those
are going to go missing. We know those are going to go missing.
Especially the tools, unless it's like on a hand receipt thing where you got to turn it back in. Another posted that this program shifts the burden of barracks maintenance on the Marines themselves, which, yes, that is the biggest issue that should have been highlighted in the beginning. Yet another user was concerned that Marines may end up failing inspections if their repairs are deemed unsatisfactory.
Exactly.
That's the other thing. Marine Corps officials said the Camp Pendleton self-help program gives Marines more independence, much as renters in the civilian world can make smaller scale cosmetic repairs.
Yeah, but you're also at a liability for that too. Like, you got to pay for that shit.
Yes. And on top of that, this is government property that you're having your Marines fucking deal with on their own. And if they mess something up, that's on them.
So there's also a difference. Like, I'm not in subpar, subscale fucking living standard and then being forced by my landlord people to fix my own shit.
Right.
It's more like I have the ability to do some stuff. If I want to do large scale stuff, gotta kind of ask for permission. But like, I'm not being told we can't really afford to do this, so you can purchase or rent some tools from us if you like, and
rent tools, materials,
and then
and
down
stuff.
the line, if it's fucked up, you're also responsible for that.
Yes, exactly. So the program is available at no cost to tenants in Bachelor Enlisted Quarters, or BEQ, said First Lieutenant Taylor M. Dorsey, a spokeswoman for the base. It allows service members to replace light bulbs along with the batteries and smoke detectors and door locking mechanisms. Now, light bulbs and batteries is one thing. Repairing mold and other things like patching holes and shit, that should not be on the Marine to do.
Like painting the room.
Paint the room.
Also,
what?
Who has drywall in their room? I remember all of mine were like bricks. How are there holes?
The
newer ones do. My barracks
like the hotel style.
Yeah.
I thought those were brick walls too, honestly.
No. The hotel style ones are drywall stuff.
So by allowing Marines to make some repairs by themselves, Corps officials are not indicating that civilian contractors are taking too long to repair issues in barracks and Camp Pendleton, Dorsey said.
They just didn't say it.
They just didn't say it. Yeah. The self-help program is merely an option to expedite the process of minor discrepancy, therefore allowing for more labor support toward complex requests requiring skilled maintenance personnel, Dorsey said. Mm-hmm. Marines are required to wear all necessary protective gear when making repairs that they can ask for help from BEQ managers. That's the other thing, liability of getting injured while you do these, and then it's on you. You weren't wearing PPE. It's like, I was. And I can tell you this right now. I was a welder, right? I wore a face shield and safety glasses, and I still would manage to get metal in my fucking eye.
And no matter what, don't wear their fucking safety gear.
They don't. Not even. But even if they did, if something happens to them, and while they were wearing PPE, No one, the command's going to be like, no, you weren't. That wouldn't have happened if you didn't, because that's the fucking military logic. If you got hurt, you weren't wearing your proper protective equipment. Meaning, oh, you got hurt, you weren't. The joke, that happened to you, wouldn't have happened if you wore your PT belt. That's where that joke comes from, where it's like even
the BEQ managers are all enlisted,
right? So
like they're just other staff NCOs.
And then what are you going to do to ensure that they are wearing what are you going to do? What are you going to do to ensure that they're wearing PPE and have somebody in there watching them do this shit? It's just that
you're a barracks manager, corporals and sergeants.
Yeah,
I wasn't, but all of ours were like corporals and sergeants. That they're just like they're usually the broke dick guys that like can't really do the stuff. Like they got hurt, but they want to stay in, so they're just like, we'll give you something to do. Be the barracks manager.
Oh, listen to this. So if the Marines don't know how to do this, so that they will wear all the protective gear that they need, and they can ask for help from BEQ managers and program personnel on how to fix the problems, including instructions on using the necessary tools. So you're going to ask your BEQ, like what you said is an enlisted person. What if they don't know? And you're going to have them be the answer? Self-help program.
Then they got to give Marines like instructions, and we know they can't fucking read.
Yeah, I know. Self-help programs such as the one at Camp Pendelton vary depending on the specific installation, said Major John Perry, a spokesman for the Marine Corps Installation Command. The self-help program is about empowering Marines to be able to use their own initiative to make a repair at no cost of their own if they deem it a better option than waiting to make a repair, Perry told Task and Purpose. This is the roundabout way of saying that, like, hey, the housing people might take an eternity to fix this problem. Fix it yourself if you want it done sooner. So Marines who opt to fix maintenance issues in their barracks should contact their chain of command in order to get the time needed to make the repairs. Marines living in barracks guarantee you they won't get
do
the time.
it in your own time. Yeah, that's what they're gonna fucking tell you.
The answer will always be do it on your own time. So Marines living in the barracks have varying degrees of experience with independent living and technical skills, Perry said. Self-help provides resources for Marines who would like to solve a maintenance problem or even make improvements on their assigned spaces in their own time. Yeah, there it is, on their own time. Last year, the Government Accountability Office, GAO, found that thousands of U.S. service members across the U.S. military were living in unacceptable conditions, including 17,000 Marines and 5,000 sailors. Military barracks residents told the GAO that it can take 3 months for maintenance issues to be checked out, and some problems such as mold in the shower and broken air conditioning are never fixed, no matter how often they're reported.
True. Facts. Can confirm.
All of us can. Since the report came out in September, the Marine Corps has inspected all its barracks worldwide to understand all the issues that needed to be addressed, Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps Carlos Ruiz told lawmakers on March 20th. Isn't this it's a discipline issue? That's where that came from. The Marines already started to install air conditioning at barracks in locations where it's very hot, Ruiz said. In long term, the Corps plans to demolish barracks that cannot be refurbished. No, they won't. I think a final touch on it is the commandant said, okay, we will put the why we handle barracks into the IG Marine Inspector checklist, Ruiz said. So now we will know all over the Marine Corps who is not meeting the mark, and commanders' leadership will be held accountable. No, they won't.
No, they fucking won't.
The individual the Joe will be held accountable. Marine Corps Commandant General Eric Smith told reporters last year that he estimates it will take 10 years to fix all the problems with barracks because there aren't enough construction companies to tackle all the repairs that are needed.
What's telling me is that tells me a couple of things. One, there's that many fucking repairs that would take that long.
Yes, exactly.
That's unacceptable, for one.
Yeah.
And then two, we ain't got the fucking money.
It's both. It is both. So Smith's plans for addressing the barracks problems include professionalizing Marine Corps barracks managers, and said during the Military Reporters Editors Association annual conference in October, I don't want you to put a young corporal or a sergeant who is not a barracks manager in charge of the barracks, Smith said at the time. That's how you fix the public works. You put a professional to a professional. You put a professional to a professional.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like,
wait, it says I don't want to put a young corporal or a sergeant who is not a barracks manager in charge of the barracks. Basically, they're like, oh, if they're not a barracks manager, I don't want to put them in charge. But if they are a barracks manager, then hey, that's fine.
This whole thing is literally just about, hey, the contractors aren't doing their job. We'll make the Marines do the job for them.
Yes.
Honestly. That's what it is.
That's 100% what
we don't have the money or the,
we're about
or the
to see
man
slave labor.
We don't have the money or the
OSHA's going to look at us.
Yeah. We don't have the money or the manpower to fix the issue. So we'll have the manpower that we already have fix the issue.
OSHA's going to be looking at a military base and see like these Marines and Marpats fucking doing construction and shit. And they're like, what the fuck is happening here?
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like
100%.
It's like a third world country. What is happening?
Someone commented on the article and goes, there's upsides and downsides. Could be good if you can make the repair without having how the body-sized hole in the wall got there in the first place. But on the other hand, you don't trust me to have a skillet or a hot plate in my room. Now you're going to trust me to fix a sink or wire a light?
Exactly. That's the other thing. You don't trust us. You don't trust us to have certain things in our barracks, like a fucking toaster or a candle. But yet you want to trust me with power tools? I don't get it.
I understand the candle. I could see a lot of people fucking around and burning down a barracks.
Dude, I had a candle in my room all the time.
Hot plate, all that stuff, fucking leave it. I did too. I didn't give a shit.
I
I had a whole
did.
kitchen in my fucking.
As long as you didn't like leave it out during the day or during inspections and shit, a lot of people did.
Yeah, I kept my candle burning while I was in the room and all night long sometimes, and I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a shit at all.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
I had it. Well, here's the thing. I had a toaster and everything, and I would put it away. No one inspected my room ever. So we just didn't have the time. We really didn't have the time.
The Marines will find time. They'll do it on your time.
Yeah, they'll do it on your time. And the doing it on your time, something has to happen for them to actually like want to go to the barracks to inspect it. Once in a while, you'll have your squad leader show up first thing in the morning to kind of look at your room and shit. Aside from that shit never happened because in the morning, my squad leader was like driving from his house to the base for PT in the morning. He's not going to want to come to my room.
Mm-mm.
All of my leadership was either married. Well, actually, all of them were married with kids and shit. They didn't have time for that, so they just wouldn't do it. Anyway. So
I still hate that it's always going to be the people that don't live in the fucking barracks and either never have or haven't in God knows how long.
That set the rule and standard.
They married the first stripper that they fucking met and have been living off post for the whole time.
So it's the people,
and they're the ones that are telling you fix your fucking shit.
It's the people that set the standard and the rules for the barracks, and they've never lived in the barracks a day in their life.
Yeah, none of them. They don't even get it. They're like, "What? Why is your room so fucked up? Have you lived here?"
Yeah, right.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe because my great granddad lived in this fucking room.
Yeah, I can see his initials on the wall. It's like a prison cell.
Is that Papaw's initials? But yeah. So our last topic: the weirdest superstitions in the U.S. military according to veterans. How much do you want to bet apricots are in this?
It's not. I looked for it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I know. I scrolled it to see, and it wasn't on there.
All right. So superstitions in the military can be found in every unit from the battalion headquarters down to the fire team, the chief's mess to the flight deck, or the cockpit of a fighter jet to the depths of a nuclear silo. Some are rooted deeply in military history, while others are born from a series of unfortunate events. Apricots. Task and Purpose surveyed our audience to hear what superstitions service members carried with them while serving, even after leaving the service, and the stories we heard did not disappoint. One of the best known superstitions that tankers will not allow apricots in their tanks. There it is. You missed it.
So I was looking for it as like one of the topics that they discussed.
Yeah,
but I didn't see that it was actually on there.
So the belief is prevalent throughout any armor profession in the military, including U.S. Marine Corps amphibious landing vehicles. Having the devilish fruit on board is believed to cause equipment and gear failures or even death. But wait, there's more.
I love how I brought this up to you one time. You had no idea, and now we've seen it in like 4 different articles.
I know. No MRE spoon, break a leg. So Dr. Mike Simpson started his military career in 1st Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, where he spent 4 years as an airborne ranger before moving to his next unit. What's
the difference between Ranger Battalion and Ranger Regiment?
It's Ranger Battalion is it's just a battalion within Ranger Regiment.
So the battalion is smaller than the regiment.
Yes,
And
the regiment as a whole.
So it's the same.
Yes,
as the
75th Ranger Bat and like being at Ranger Bat is like you were at with a battalion. It's like the 82nd Airborne is the entire unit. Ranger Regiment is the entire unit. But like this battalion, like for 173rd is brigade. Then you got 1st Battalion 503rd. That's a battalion within the brigade. But Rangers are called regiments and not brigades.
I don't
The
understand.
Ranger Regiment is the same as a brigade.
That's confusing.
75th. You don't need to fucking know. You're a sailor. Who cares? So
I don't even understand the Navy for that fact.
So sometime in 1985, he conjured up a superstition that not having a spoon with your meals ready to eat would lead to bad things happening.
Wow.
A year later, we were in Honduras training, and one of the guys in the platoon had no spoon. Simpson said. On the return flight, they executed a static line parachute drop on a Hunter Army airfield in Savannah, Georgia. He broke his leg and then on the jump back into Savannah. Simpson had almost forgotten about this little ruse to mess with his fellow Rangers, but ever since that jump, the MRE spoon is a superstition he's never forgotten. And it's funny because when I was active duty, everybody had a fucking spoon on them, even if it wasn't in the MRE anymore. They kept a spoon like in their kit all the time. You never know when you're going to need a spoon.
That's probably fucking stemmed from this. Or if you're going to need to kill a man with an MRE spoon.
Yeah, I've heard that one too. Dr. Pepper and security forces. U.S. Air Force Senior Airman Austin Malin has been in security forces for over 3 years. He learned early on that you do not open a can of Dr. Pepper within the Base Defense Operations Center. If someone opens a Dr. Pepper in the B-Dock, then shit hits the fan, Malin said. Last time someone did that on my shift, it was completely quiet beforehand, but after that crisp pop of that damn can of soda, we had nonstop 911 calls among other stupid shit. Anyone who does this will receive the wrath of their fellow airmen, Malin recalled. Another time, someone had cracked the can open. They tried to keep the thoughts of the curse of the Dr. Pepper can out of their head, but it didn't take long before the superstition knocked out the front door. We didn't think anything would really happen until the floodgates opened, Malin said. Call after call came in for the remainder of their shift. It was the kind of 911 calls that can test your patience. People calling to ask for the pharmacy's operating hours or drunk people doing stupid stuff. It's a superstition that reverberates through the Air Force's security forces.
Interesting. I'm asking my friend about this right now to see because he's on an Air Force base.
Is he security forces?
Security force guy. Yeah.
So Malin said it's so prevalent that his tech school cadre banned Dr. Pepper for the duration of training, but everyone has that one guy in their unit who likes to tempt fate. For example, Malin said one of his fellow airmen liked to carry an unopened Dr. Pepper in his lunchbox. I think
just to fuck with people.
Yeah, I think it's more like walking around with a grenade in your pocket, Malin said. Given that it's probably a few years old, it's a hairpin trigger on that soda.
That's fucking hilarious.
Connor Graham has served in the U.S. Coast Guard for 5 years. What's this one? Coast Guard bananas. Connor Graham has served in the U.S. Coast Guard for 5 years and had the pleasure of being underway for the first time in the height of COVID. They would have to quarantine for 14 days before heading out to sea and then wear masks for the first 14 days underway. Pre-vaccine,
quote unquote.
Pre-vaccine pandemic led to people conjuring all sorts of tinctures and foods to help their bodies be more resilient to COVID. Bananas were one of the foods rumored to help. Because of their high amounts of B6, the boat's chief culinary specialist brought bananas along for the patrol. Graham said his
specialist.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Graham said that his fellow sailors wanted nothing to do with them while underway. Many sailors were superstitious that having bananas on board before getting underway while underway is bad luck. Either the patrol can be extended or the ship will experience an unexpected equipment casualty. So bananas are the apricots for coasties.
Interesting.
During their pandemic patrol, they weren't just extended, but double extended.
Wow.
An already stressful 60 days at sea grew to 77 days on a later patrol.
Amateur numbers.
On a later patrol, Graham and his fellow sailors spotted a container of bananas on a deck while loading the ship. We expeditiously disposed of those bananas, Graham said. We came home a day early on that patrol. So they got rid of bananas and ended up coming home early. Coast Guard sailors often mess with their chefs, warning that bananas would bring banana rats and their ghosts aboard. Mischievous rats would cause all sorts of mechanical and technological issues on the ship. This superstition isn't unique to the Coast Guard. A Navy diver responded to Task and Purpose call out, saying that he wouldn't allow bananas on his dive boats, but it's not specific to military service either. Bananas aboard ships is a superstition deeply rooted in sailor culture and dates back to the early 1700s. As sailors transitioned unknown waters with their new fruits, they didn't realize that bananas would break down and release a gas that made them ripen faster. In addition, they could break down into alcohol, creating a fire hazard that plagued ships.
Wow.
Bananas' natural ability to float further bolstered the superstition among sailors along international trading routes. The hallmark sign of a sunken ship was a bunch of floating bananas on the ocean's surface. That explains all the bananas in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
That's
I was
interesting.
just thinking of that.
The paratrooper's beret. I'm interested in this one. Christopher Ian Reichel was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division, where many superstitions float through the ranks. He isn't sure if it's unique to him or other paratroopers, but he's always carried his maroon beret with him, regardless of whether they were training or on patrol during deployment. During a static line parachute drop for training, Rachel's fellow paratrooper broke his ankle on the drop zone. Rachel joined them and sent to pick an injured paratrooper from the Womack Army Medical Center, where the superstition began. Some Pogue NCO told him to wear his helmet outside until he returned to the barracks and got proper headgear, Rachel said. Over time, it gradually went from a joke to full-blown superstition. I even carried my beret sealed in a waterproof pouch during swamp or water operations. Rachel wouldn't go anywhere in uniform without his maroon beret, firmly convinced that something terrible would happen if he didn't have it on his person. He made sure that he could physically touch it before every jump, too. Several years after the service in the Army ended, he still keeps it close today. That's kind of funny because my beret is literally behind me. Let me show you.
That is true. For the people that are just listening, he has walked off camera and is going to get the beret that was quote unquote right behind him. Now it appears he is answering a phone call. So
here it is.
Wow.
Yep. It stays by me all the time.
Now you just gotta keep it on your desk.
I literally keep it like I just have a bunch of boxes from all the microphone shit that I just got. So it was like
he used to have a Twitch redeem where he would put it on too.
Yeah, my Twitch redeem would be jumpers hit it, and I would put the beret on. But yeah, here's my maroon beret.
Nice. Berets are weird.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
Berets are cool. What are you talking about?
No.
Nah,
the rest of the military thinks berets are weird.
A fucking sock on your head.
Yeah.
Fucking French
Tell
bastard.
You what, wearing the maroon beret is way better than wearing a fucking patrol cap.
I say French bastard, but I had a fucking Fourragère when I was green tide. So.
What's up, babe? Do I want them? Yeah, I'll have some, but not yet. Huh? I know I will not eat all of them. She made deviled eggs for Easter tomorrow. Oh, she made them for us.
I want some.
Yes. Okay.
Well, it's still Easter regardless.
But the whole keeping your beret with you is definitely a superstition that did not carry. Now there's a I don't know if it's a superstition or what, but from airborne school on, all paratroopers kept their dog tags tied to their belt loop and put in their pocket. We never would wear them around our necks.
Interesting.
I never wore mine at all.
Well, so you need to have your dog tags with you for Jump Manifest.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we had to keep our dog tags with us all the time because when you're on a Jump Manifest, like when you're getting your chalks and stuff to get, like, put on a jump, you need your fucking cat card and your dog tags. Like, I don't know why. Yeah, CAC. It's cat card. I'm sorry. I call it cat card. I know that the C in CAC is card, but I call it cat card. I don't call ATM an ATM machine, though.
Be consistent.
I know. I don't get it. But yeah, there weren't really I mean, I guess the only real superstition in the airborne was and this is one that maybe it's unit specific, but we would fucking on jumps when we wore our Kevlar helmets, we would put tape over our rhino mounts, over our fucking our nod plate on the front. We would tape that. I don't know why. They said that it could tear the parachute, but the parachute's not opening to the front. Like, so I don't understand what taping it even does.
Probably some crazy incident. It was one time
Something.
that it happened.
I don't know. So say it loud 3 times. Randy Hill.
Beetlejuice.
The second movie's coming out.
I know. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am too. Randy Hill served in the infantry for 15 years. He heard a common superstition while serving with the 2nd Battalion, 22nd Infantry Regiment at Fort Drum. In Hill's platoon, grunts who said rain or the rain god's a pussy 3 times in a row would bring down torrential downpours.
Yeah, you don't fucking say rain.
Everyone in my platoon said it 98 to 05. It would work. Would it work every time? Nope, Hill said. It's like a Sex Panther cologne. It works 60% of the time. It works every time. A fellow grunt he identified as Specialist Van Dyke seemed to have a strange obsession with tough training. During training mission through the swamp, Van Dyke said it 3 times, and then the rain came. The whole platoon had to rein in the extra wet conditions through the night. Why he did it, no one truly knows. Van Dyke enjoyed it more when things sucked, so he did it several more times, Hill said. Odd thing is, he re-enlisted to be a watercraft operator. This dude must have loved water.
Likes being wet.
I was about to say, I bet he loves golden showers.
It's a superstition Hill holds to this day, though he said living in Central Texas helps ward away the rain god. MRE's applesauce. I loved the MRE applesauce.
Fucking loved that shit so much,
dude. That was like whenever I found applesauce in my MRE, it was a good day. Come on, out.
Yeah. Always made me feel better.
So Dylan Kidd had served in the Marine Corps for several years and came across a superstitious belief that while assigned to Echo Company's 2nd Battalion, 4th Marine Regiment, no one was allowed to eat the applesauce that came in certain MREs.
I have heard of this.
Every time someone in the past ate it, something would go wrong. This superstition seemingly scary, but innocent at the time. Kids said that it could cause JLTV to flip. In this instance, there were no injuries, but a lot of hurt feelings to torrential downpours during training. This lasted until one brave boot decided to break the curse of the applesauce. During training at 29 Palms, a machine gun grunt chugged almost an entire gallon of applesauce to break the curse. How anyone
an entire gallon?
I don't know how anyone could chug that much applesauce, let alone the bioengineered stuff in an MRE, is a world wonder. Where did he get a gallon's worth of this stuff?
It had to be like the ones for like troop size ones.
Probably. Machine gun boots are made of some substance that science has yet to discover, Kidd said. He said he still gets nervous today despite the curse having been previously broken. Anytime I see one nowadays, it causes a similar effect of an abused spouse whenever someone talks too loudly.
That's funny.
And that's all those superstitions.
I have heard of that one. I heard of it when I was in CAX training in 29 Palms.
If they weren't allowed to eat it, I'm willing to bet everybody just had like their ones stacked up in their packs or whatever, and he just went out and collected them all. Because I'm pretty sure they tell you how much is in the pack too. You can just add up and be like, oh,
the only superstition that I can actively think of when I was in was talking about the sun, or saying the sun, the actual sun, or saying it's nice out today.
Oh, we would, that's the same thing as like saying it doesn't look like rain or it's not going to rain.
Yeah. So instead of saying like it's nice out, we would say Bob's in a good mood. The sun was named Bob. We always referred to the sun as Bob. So we would never actually like mention that it's nice out. We would always say Bob's feeling good today. Yeah, Bob is feeling good today. Because the second we would say it's pretty nice out, it would be shit immediately. It was just like it's like God is looking down on the infantry and saying, "Oh, you guys are not sucking? Here, have it. Have all of it.
You got to go to the company office." Fuck.
Ours was always expressing outward joy or happiness, or exclaiming
be
that
sad
like
next time.
You know, I'm having a good time. And every single time without fucking fail, whether it be the weather, first sergeant stubbed his toe and is now mad at everybody. Fucking someone loses a nod, every single time someone was happy, it went bad for everybody.
Yo, so the Dr. Pepper thing is true. I just asked my boy, and he's like, "Yeah, we sure do."
Oh wow, really? It's true?
Yeah. I was like,
that's
"Y'all
funny.
Dr. Pepper superstition?" He's
So-
like, "Yep, we sure do."
Dr. Pepper is the apricots for Air Force.
Well, just for security forces, because he's in the Navy. Granted, he's at like an Air Force base right now, but it's like the same thing.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, what about you? What about you? Did you have any superstitions, Blake?
Yeah, ours is just the outward happiness. Like, always keep your happiness inside. Don't express it.
I think that's a general rule for the whole military.
I mean, yeah. Other than that, no, we didn't really have any.
Doc, what about
thing that I
you?
can think of.
Do you squids have fucking superstitions?
Fuck if I know. I've barely ever been on a ship without the Marines.
When you come back, you need to tell us about it. You need to tell us. I need you to ask around about superstitions on the boats.
So I know there are
has
some
to be
in
one.
the Navy, like tattoo wise, when they get the roosters and the pigs on their feet. So like if a ship sinks, they'll float.
Okay.
That means that. So like I can't remember 100%.
A rooster or pig tattoo on the foot will if the boat sinks, they'll float.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it right now because I don't specifically remember.
That's a weird one. And to the listeners and viewers, if you served and had a weird superstition with your unit, we would love to hear it. Absolutely would love to hear it. Because now I'm intrigued.
They symbolize survival at sea. Pigs and roosters were often kept in wooden crates, making them likely to float to shore in the event of a shipwreck. A pig on the left knee and a rooster on the right foot references an old ditty. Pig on the knee, safety at sea.
What? That's a new one for me. I never heard
So
that
I knew of that one. That's one of the main ones that I know as far as like, I guess superstition in the Navy is the pig and rooster one. That's the only one that immediately comes to mind.
But yeah, for our viewers, if you have a weird superstition from your time in, let us know in the comments section below.
I really want to ask about the banana one though.
Ask about the banana one.
Like, because there are bananas on board.
Yeah, of course.
Like I've seen them on board. Not often, because same thing with fresh fruit is like a hot commodity.
I'm sure it is, but the thing is like if bananas were such a damn problem, they still put them on the boats. I don't get it.
I guess it depends on who's in charge, probably.
Them fucking things taste good, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, when you're underway,
Everything tastes good.
Banana.
like a lot of things that even shitty fucking galley food, when it's like a good day in the galley, you're like, I can't fucking wait.
I remember we were doing something and they just randomly pulled out lobster and steak one day, some surf and turf. And we were all like, oh no, we're fucked.
See, a lot of
nothing ever happened, but we just randomly ate
usually if the chow hall's
we all thought we were going to war.
I think the superstition is that like if you were getting served surf and turf or something similar,
you're getting extended.
You're getting extended or you're deploying.
Yeah. So a lot of ships will now have surf and turf on Sundays to get away from that superstition. But if you ever have like an ice cream social, you're like, what's happening here? Especially if it's coming from the galley. Yeah. So like sometimes like we call it more MWR, morale, welfare, and recreation. So like they'll do different events. They'll have like bingo nights on the ship, and sometimes they'll get ice cream from the galley. But like at the galley, specifically having like an ice cream social type event, you're like, what the fuck is happening that they haven't told us yet? Or if they have like a steel beach on the ship, which is basically a steel beach is like another morale event where usually you're allowed like 2 beers or something like that. But they have a bunch of different stuff for fun on the ship to kind of relax and build morale and get the depression and fucking misery out a little bit. If that happens, that's usually followed by some bad news.
Dude, I find it fascinating that they only do these morale boosters when they're about to throw some shit at you.
Exactly.
They never do
so
it.
they can bring you up just to fucking tear you
They
back
bring you
down.
up so they could bring you back down. It's like, well, they're already down. We don't want to bring them down even farther. So let's bring them up a bit so we can knock them back down to where they were. It's like, why can't why can't you just do these morale things just to do the morale things and boost the morale? Why does it have to be, we're about to drop some shit on you and we're going to lessen the blow with an ice cream social? It's like, come on, man.
It always, like, you know, after you've been in your first couple years, you start recognizing that pattern.
Yes.
Those things come up to make you happy, and you're immediately, before it even happens, you're just like,
you're even more upset. You're like, fuck. All the other young boots are like, woo.
It ends up being the opposite effect because people know what that's about. Like, they're just like, oh no.
I just get so upset every single time. Like, everyone's like, hey, you coming up to the ice cream social? I'm like,
nope.
I don't want to. I really don't want to. Like, I'm just thinking about what's happening next.
It's like, I'm just waiting for the call for the briefing for what they're going to drop on us after this.
Just all the bullshit afterwards. And then
Absolutely.
I think as my specialty, I'm like, I'm about to have so many more patients after this.
Oh yeah, 100%. But we're going to miss you, buddy.
I'm going to miss being on.
You're going to miss being on. We're going to miss having you on.
I'm going to miss Helldivers for sure.
Yeah, you're going to miss a lot. By the time you get back, we're going to have probably like 2 extra factions.
Yeah, and no one's gonna be playing the fucking game anymore. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, I want to play Helldivers. Nah, bro, that shit was like 6 months ago.
I don't know, man. The player base has been actually holding pretty strong still. I mean, like SteamDB was showing that there was about 200-something thousand people on yesterday.
Yeah, but nine months later.
Here's the thing though. I've noticed this, that in the last several days at night, when it's night for us and daytime in Europe, the player base drops substantially. Like, it's less than 100,000. It's like 70,000 people are on during those hours. So it's like, that explains why we keep losing planets there because like nothing's getting done because at night there's nobody on. Like, most of the players that are on are over here, not over there.
Yeah, because that game is America personified.
Exactly.
It really is. Yeah.
It truly is.
1,000%. If America could space travel, that's up.
It's funny because like the quote unquote treason talk where it's like, are we the invaders? And for me, it's like, yeah, that's the point. Now fucking load up and pull the trigger, boy. Like, that's like, to me.
Stop asking questions. Get more samples. Shut the fuck up.
I recognize that we are the baddies, and I'm all for it. So fuck it. So that's how I look at it.
Fuck that ball, bitch.
But
Doc's gonna get back from being underway, and he's gonna be like, so let's play. But we won the war.
The war's over. The war's over.
Nah, we're playing. We didn't win the war. We're gonna invade another planet.
We're playing something else, buddy. Like, sorry you missed out on the fun shit.
Like, I'm at least happy that I got to play for the time that I have, and that I also got to play the new South Park game.
I heard that one wasn't that good.
It was great too for the price that it is, because it's only like $26. And it has a free, I guess, DLC. It just gives a little bit more content to it. It's about, if you play straight through and you play with like one friend, it's 6-7 hours, right?
Okay.
We beat it in like 2 days. And it, like, there's more, like, you have to keep playing though to unlock everything and be able to get like the full amount of all the unlockable stuff, because it's all earnable throughout the game. So it's kind of a grind, but it's not like super terrible. For the price that it was, it's a phenomenal game. Like, it worked very well. The graphics, amazing. It's a hilarious fucking game.
Like,
I didn't experience any bugs.
I remember the last South Park game when you adjusted the difficulty.
Yeah, where like if you were black, then it was like super hard.
The harder the difficulty, the higher up in difficulty you went, like, it would change the race of your character.
Yeah, the darker skin that you had. It doesn't affect difficulty, just every other aspect of life.
It's just fucking so fucked up, but it's such a South Park thing to do.
This one was a little bit less edgier, but it was still.
That might be why the ratings weren't as
Park.
good for it.
It was still South Park. I didn't really think about it until someone said it, and I was going back through, and I'm like, yeah, I guess in comparison to like some of the other previous two, yeah, but like there's an ability where I take a cat and the cat pisses all over somebody, and like then they fight for me.
Interesting. What were you saying, Blake?
I will never forget when I streamed the first South Park game
And the
TikTok,
people fucking.
and people were coming in the comments. They're like, dude, you might not want to stream this. Your shit will probably get banned. This is a bad fucking game. I was like, it can't be that bad, right?
And then you see
No,
the people
like
fucking.
not 10, 15 minutes later, I open a door and there's two people fucking, and then another 10, 15 minutes later, dude's fucking a horse in his living room. And I'm like, okay, we're going to stay on Twitch with this one.
Oh,
I remember
man.
watching it when you played that. That shit was hilarious.
Mm.
They don't have anything like that in this one. So it is like, I guess, technically toned down, but it's still South Park. Like, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be good.
Well,
And like I said, it's not like they charge $70 for a 6-hour game. It's a $25 game.
yeah.
So like people are bitching just to bitch. It's a phenomenally well-produced game. It flows very smoothly. It doesn't there's like 2 skin things that if you wanted to add on to it, like you could pay for 2 extra skins. That's it. And like I know they're gonna have more content too, because there's like an added season pass that you can get. So they're gonna be adding content. Like people are just bitching to bitch, especially for the price that you pay.
That's
like,
everybody.
It runs smoother than most games that come out right now.
That's everybody in every game. People are just bitching to bitch, if we're
That's
being
true.
honest.
I loved it though. I thought it was hilarious.
All right, let's wrap this up, man. I have a bunch of shit I gotta do. I gotta do some stuff around the house, do some homework. It's Easter. I'm on a 4-day weekend, and I gotta crank out some of my
Easter,
work.
Actually,
Well, tomorrow. What did I say?
today's Easter.
Today, I meant to say it's Easter weekend. That's what I meant to say. So I got a bunch of shit that I gotta do to prepare for tomorrow, and yeah. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Doc, we'll miss you. We'll obviously when you come back, let us know, and then we'll fire Blake.
Yep.
It's fine. There's the agreement in the beginning anyway. I don't care.
Wow.
You're just a proxy,
He's like, yeah,
boy.
I'm fucking out after this.
I mean, who knows?
Thank God you're back. This was miserable.
I mean, fuck it. Who knows? We might actually just keep you and just do 3 of us. Honestly,
That could be fun.
I mean, it could be fun. So, all right. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this episode. We love you and we appreciate you, Doc. Make sure, because I'll try to put, depending on what day you leave, I'll put this out so that you can download it. Because I know you like to listen to the episodes that you were on for some reason. But
Put it out during the work week, and you should be fine.
I mean, okay. Not the day that I normally put it out.
That's a work day.
Okay. That'll work then. So, all right, guys. Well, it's been great. Love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for coming to the party. We'll see you at the next party. Have a good one.
I'll see you at a party.
You'll see, we might have a welcome home party for him. So anyway, guys, have a
This
good
should be
one.
labeled my going away party.
Oh yeah. We'll call it Doc's going away party. So, all right, guys, later.
Later.